Et coucou mon bug, et du coup on commence directement par un à la tienne mon bug. Par contre j'ai mon chat qui est en 2 fois. Un petit bug je pense. C'est pas grave. Ah ouais, 2 fois. Et coucou mon Kuro aussi. Alors, si je coupe celui-là. Et salut chat historien, comment vas-tu? Ouais, en plus si je le coupe il apparaît toujours. Et coucou mon Kylian, comment ça va? T'es pas à l'école toi aujourd'hui? T'as pas collège? Pam pam pam. Je suis en train d'essayer de... Ah ah! Il est là. Pourquoi il est doublé comme ça? C'est très étrange. Et coucou Mandritz, comment ça va? Ah, ton réveil a pas sonné. Ah bah bravo Kylian. Ah bah bravo. Parrain n'est pas fier de toi, sache-le.
Hey! Salut! En anglais peut-être? Ah ouais. Ah, j'avais pas remarqué. Ok. Allez, fais-toi plaisir.
Malade, comment ça se fait? Qu'est-ce que t'as, mon Dritsu? Et merci encore, hein, Dritsu, qui m'a aidé en vidéo pour faire le montage du PC de ma fille. Enfin, le transvasage d'une tour à l'autre. Merci Dritz. Vraiment, Dritz, c'est un homme en or, les amis. Twitch chat on stream, faudrait que je règle ce problème. Je vais faire comme ça, alors attendez. Hop. Mais du coup, il est tout trop petit le chat là. Haha. Oui, ce sera très bien pour commencer, pour comme ça. Mon dieu, quel enfer. Est-ce que j'ai vu la réponse à ton MP, mon Dritsu? Oui, mais alors j'ai fait exprès de pas y répondre et de pas regarder parce que c'était ton jour off hier, t'avais pas le droit de m'aider. Et c'était interdit de... C'était avec madame, déjà que t'as passé 2 heures avec moi le samedi, je t'ai volé 2 heures de ton temps, donc j'ai pas encore vu. C'est un peu atroce, faudra que je modifie le chat là, parce que là comme ça c'est un peu dégueulasse, on va pas se mentir. Bon, ça sera très bien pour commencer. Oh ça je regarde pas, hein. La mort du docteur, écoute, je préfère être surpris quand même, chez historien, tu vois. Moi, pour moi, c'est important la surprise. D'ailleurs, j'ai toujours pas vu les 2 épisodes spéciaux de 2022. Il faudra qu'on regarde comment ça s'appelle, sur le Discord. C'est ce qui est à côté qui est immonde. Tu parles de moi ou de chaussettes? Parce que si tu parles de chaussettes, c'est méchant. Si tu parles de moi, c'est vrai. Sinon, comment ça va? Bah écoute, hier on s'est rendu compte que Lily Marie avait des poux. Donc je voulais faire un live vers 20h, 20h30. Et ben de 19h à 2h du matin, shampoing, désinfection de tout et tout. Merveilleux. Faites des gosses. C'était régalade. Donc voilà. Donc le live que j'ai pas pu faire hier, je le fais aujourd'hui tranquillement. Alors, sur quoi on va partir aujourd'hui? Ben, comme vous avez pu le voir avec le titre, on va continuer Deponia Doomsday. Euh, tac. Est-ce qu'il va être reconnu? Ah oui, mais comme ça, non. Euh, tac, tac, tac. On va y arriver, hein, les amis. C'est la reprise. J'ai enfin trouvé un moyen. Ah non! Bon, bah écoute. Est-ce que je peux tamponner quand même? Ah non, je peux rien faire. Ok. Je peux juste changer les scènes, mais pas le reste. Super! Yes! J'aurais pas dû mettre à jour OBS sur la version 28, hein, parce que j'ai plus rien qui marche sur mon Stream Deck.
À la tienne, papa.
Et à la tienne, mon Kuro. Ouais, on les a essayé, les recettes de grand-mère, avant de passer au shampoing, chez Historien. Ça ne fonctionnait pas. Malheureusement. Donc, ben, comme le dernier live, pour les validations de blagues, je ne pourrai pas. Vous les faire, donc ce sera dit à la voix, quoi, parce que évidemment le Stream Deck est en PLS. J'ai explosé du coup là. Bah ouais, tu m'étonnes, mon pauvre. Putain. Dès début septembre, tu me chopes froid, ça va plus là. Hein. Ça va plus, mon Dritsu. Prends bien soin de toi, prends un bon truc chaud, un bon thé chaud, un café, un chocolat, peu importe, mais un truc bien chaud, histoire que ça te fasse du bien. Et nous, on va lancer. Alors attends. Tac, je lance le jeu. Et le jeu est lancé. Ah, mais même mon compte à rebours avec les Pokémon, ça marche plus. Oh. Ah, on est heureux, hein. Ah, on est heureux, hein. Aïe, aïe, aïe. J'arrive même pas à le retrouver. Pendant combien de temps je vais live, je sais pas, Kylian. Peut-être 1 heure, 2 heures, je sais pas. Temtem, j'ai du mal avec l'aspect pastel de Temtem. Ça n'aide pas le dischromate que je suis. C'est très très compliqué pour moi. Local, c'est pas ça. Je vais essayer de retrouver, mais... Ouais, je retrouve pas le... J'ai l'impression qu'ils m'ont fait sauter des sources avec le passage à la 28.0 de OBS. Ça rend fou. Oh là là. Remets-moi la musique en attendant, s'il te plaît. Il y a des belles animations d'attaque sur Temtem. Ouais, mais comme je t'ai dit, le problème c'est que ouais, moi, avec mes yeux, je peux pas le voir, quoi. Ah, voilà, c'est ça. Est-ce que celui de gauche, il fonctionne? Non plus, hein. Mais pourquoi? Bon, bah, on va les activer, tant pis. Hein. Aïe, aïe, aïe. On adore, on adore, on adore. Ou sinon, papa, tu fais un papa versus la communauté sur Eurotruck. One is lock Pokémon. Ah, je vais reprendre les deux aussi. Maintenant que ça se calme un petit peu au niveau du taf, je devrais avoir un peu plus de temps pour pouvoir reprendre les streams un peu mieux. Bon, je sais même plus où j'en étais du tout. Ah oui, on venait d'arriver. On est dans la... Comment ça s'appelle dans le monde entre le temps. Entre le passé et le futur. C'est ça. Alors. Donc, il me semble qu'on avait déjà parlé avec Rocco. On venait à peine d'arriver, justement. On venait de là. On avait été aspiré par ce trou. Et du coup... Merci, chat historien, c'est gentil. On a plein d'endroits différents. Allons voir la machine à voyager dans le temps. Eh yo, mon Dirty Barbouze, comment il va, le barbu? Comment il va, le barbu lyonnais?
Nope. People these days just don't trust one another anymore.
Ouais, celle-là non plus, c'est bon.
People these...
Tu cherches une DeLorean, c'est à peu près ça. Ok. Ouais, j'avais pas vu qu'il y ait quelqu'un aux toilettes. Putain, je vais prendre des cacahuètes déjà.
Peanuts. Tasty.
What? You've eaten Mikey!
What? But, oh no. I thought you were Peanuts.
Don't worry. Mikey was an ass anyway.
And we are peanuts.
Sapient peanuts from another time. Delicious and clever.
What do you know? Can I maybe take you along anyway? The way things are going here, I'll probably have to make you into peanut butter.
No, No, to be honest with you, we wouldn't like that.
Let him speak. Maybe he's got a good reason.
A good reason to turn us into peanut butter? Oh yeah, true. He hasn't given us one yet. Yeah, why does he want to do that?
Ok. Mais ça va très bien, mon Dirty. Ça va, ça va. Je te remercie. Peanuts. Enfin, le smile. Ah, mais avec ce jeu, le smile revient, quoi. Malgré tous les bugs OBS et Stream Deck, ça revient. Alors, pour quelle raison? Ben si, c'est le pipi. Et les nuts. C'est ça? Non, pas du tout. Ah. Pourquoi on te transformerait? Pour le principe, en tant que provision pour le voyage, pour l'amour? Pour l'amour.
For love.
Wow, now that's what I call a proper answer. Oh, we'd be happy to sacrifice ourselves for love.
Yippee! Me first.
But one more question. How exactly does it help love if we're made into peanut butter? Oh, yeah.
Très bonne question.
I'd like to know that too.
Let him speak.
Je voudrais regagner l'affection de Gaulle. L'amour n'a pas besoin d'explication.
Love needs no further explanation.
No explanation, no deal. No, sir.
Find someone else to make into peanut butter.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Vous avez vu la DeLorean? Là, il y a une DeLorean. Bordel, c'est trop bien.
I want to win back Goal's affection.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I don't know.
I'm not convinced either. But this is Goal we're talking about. Yeah, but who's Goal? I mean, do we even know her?
I certainly don't know her.
Oh, true. So how do we know if you're a good match?
Goal is also more of a long-term goal.
Huh? How do you mean?
Oh, it's so cryptic.
Bon, c'était
You're
pas
right.
love.
Just for
No probs, matey. No offense.
Come back again once you thought of a valid reason, you pillock.
Il est là. Enfin, elle est là. J'ai dit elle pour une voiture. Mais tu peux dire il si tu veux, mais c'est là. La DeLorean. Et coucou mon RN10, comment il va?
Mikey's murderer.
Piss off, you dick.
But I said I was sorry.
Just screwing with you.
You thought we got sour on you, but we haven't.
We're a bit rancid at worst. Have you remembered why you wanted to turn us into peanut butter yet?
Alors attends. En tant que provision pour le voyage, c'est bien non?
As travel provisions.
Now you're really getting my goat. First Mikey, and now this.
You greedy gannet.
What I meant was... On
Pour le principe?
Ha! On principle, he says. That's pathetic. Ugh.
Wrong answer, matey.
Well, then maybe.
Ouais, ce sera pour l'amour, mais il faut juste qu'en fait après je trouve une nouvelle raison. Et que dès que je l'aurai débloqué, j'aurai une nouvelle ligne. Crevé par mon week-end en entreprise. Oh la vache. Week-end en entreprise, ça doit être pas mal ça. Une bonne façon de passer un week-end. Je te déconseille de manger ici, vu le temps que le mec met à sortir des toilettes. Oh, putain.
Since when do I need a reason? That usually pops up later.
Can you believe such arrogance?
Oh, look at me. I'm a biped. I don't need any reasons to eat peanuts.
We want to hear the reason.
Okay. You're right.
No,
Come back.
Ok, bon, on n'a pas de raison. On commence par parler avec qui? Je vais d'abord commencer avec les toilettes, évidemment.
Occupied. You plan on being done in the crapper anytime soon?
Don't rush me. I suffer from severe temporal constipation.
À la tienne,
Temporal
papa.
constipation?
À la
Not
tienne,
perhaps
courez.
temporal diarrhea?
No.
Je dis
I'm
courir, je
over
crois.
that.
Je veux dire couro.
But how the crap?
Surprise, surprise, huh? I recognized your voice. You're the time crapper. The temporal toilet tourist, who apparently has made it his mission to clog every toilet in
On
the
se souvient pas de
entire
ce personnage.
multiverse.
End times person? Is that you? But I've only just met you. You gave me this wonderful
Oui.
toilet paper.
The money from Cletus's suitcase. I
Exact, ça y
remember.
est.
But that was my other adventure, a version of the future which no longer exists. As if a huge plug were clogging everything up.
Oh, tell me about it. Oh, everything was flowing just fine. Now it's come to a standstill.
Exactly, but I'll get things back up and running.
Oh, that would be great.
Ok. Tiens, en fait, Papa Subway, j'ai commencé à tester une version de mon bot GeoGuessr améliorée pour pouvoir être utilisée sur d'autres chaînes. Je t'ai ajouté pour la version 2 qui n'est pas encore disponible ou qui avance bien. Oh, trop bien. Merci, Rendis. Oh là là, ce sera tellement fun. Ah, et Rendis qui a fait un bot qui est juste extraordinaire, qui vous permet de jouer avec le streamer. Et ça, c'est juste top.
Boo!
Ah! Oh no, the Fulux soup. I'm gonna get fired for sure. My whole future depends on this job.
I thought there was no future here.
There is for me. My future self is sitting over there in the corner. He says that if I don't try a lot harder, I'll never be as successful as, well, me. He said I've got to save, work hard, and sign up to a pension plan. Otherwise, I'll never drive a sleek Instant Change 5. And then, well, it would all be for nothing.
Why don't you just make a new soup?
I can't. We've run out of Fulux ribs. Oh man, what a disaster.
Ok. Et plus besoin d'envoyer des MP au bot maintenant, avec une extension Twitch, tu pourras saisir le pays sur un panneau qui apparaît à l'écran. T'es sérieux? T'es sérieux, Rendis? Mais c'est du génie! C'est du génie ça, putain mais... Oh la vache, je me suis éloigné de Twitch à cause du taf pendant 2 mois et Rendis il a fait un bot qui était déjà à ce niveau-là, tu vois? T'es déjà bien haut et là c'est... T'as crevé le plafond, putain. Putain mais GG à toi quoi, putain, c'est énorme.
That time traveler apparently comes from a completely different ethnic background. This is where my respect for foreign cultures and my diplomatic tact come into play.
Ooga, ooga.
Good day, sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure. May I introduce myself? My name is Ang.
Hello. You understand what I say?
But of course, communication is one of the most important attributes for the profession in which I work. I'm a trader, and it would be a true conviviality to engage in business with you. I vend in medicinal herbs for a healthy intestinal flora, in exchange for vintage art from the Neolithic period.
I give stone. You give fart mash.
J'en peux plus.
Put it better myself.
J'en peux plus. Non, j'ai rien du tout sur moi. Oh mon dieu. Qu'est-ce qu'il est atroce.
Is that your ride out there?
Why? Have I blocked you in?
No, don't worry.
Shame. So why are you asking?
Well, you left the lights on. If you give me the key, then...
Huh. Nice try. Not only does the Instant Change Coupe make time travel possible without that bothersome time branching, it also has the automatically adjusting headlights since the 5 series.
That's a nice device. No two ways about it.
Every time traveler's dream. For a long time, I thought I'd never be able to afford more than the 2 series, the so-called buttered churn, but I was ambitious. I wanted the 5 series more than anything else. I've slogged and slaved, shed blood, sweat, and tears, scrimped and saved again. And now that I've got there, the only thing that still gives me any joy is pushing around other people who don't slave away as hard as I did back then. For example, my former self, that lazy slacker. He should have served me a bowl of delicious Fulux soup ages ago. But do you see any delicious Fulux soup around here, huh? I don't. If he doesn't start moving my ass soon, I could be doing
Ça devient très
real
bizarre.
ass chewing.
Ok. Bon, lui, il me dit rien de spécial. Vince a l'air d'être un peu amoureux de Rita, hein. On va pas se mentir.
Do you own one of the time machines out there?
But of course, my young friend. I call it the retardis.
Why is everyone laughing?
Ah, le
Because
tardif.
they have no idea. The retardis is a jewel in the crown of time travel technology.
He said
Awfully funny.
jewel.
Mr. Vincent is neglecting to tell you that his antediluvian vehicle cannot undertake genuine time travel, only deterministic time travel.
You can't change the past with it. You're stuck there until you've recreated the condition of the timeline at the point of departure.
Huh?
Don't listen to them. A trip in the retardis is always worth it. If you like, I can take you on a little spin.
C'est le
All
docteur?
I need is a portal map with precise space-time coordinates on it. Just ask the lads at the portal building authorities.
C'est le docteur?
We're
On va
out
parler
of
avec Rita.
Fulok soup. We've got toast and milk. And I'm also available on the cheap. My name's Rita. Are you single?
No. Yes. It's complicated.
Don't waste my time. I'm almost
Disponible
40
pour
and
pas
I'm
cher,
away
elle a
from the
dit.
city with no future. Do you really think I'm interested in listening to you moaning on?
Well, you asked. I just wanted to...
Tick tock, tick tock. Do you hear that? That's my biological clock. Order something, propose to me, or move over for the next in line.
Busy here. Anything free today?
Yeah, a tip for your girlfriend. As long as she hasn't got a ring on her finger, she shouldn't let her man walk around the city on his own.
No, I meant the food.
Why didn't you say so? We're out of Fulok soup. We've got toast and milk. Any other questions?
What was the offer again?
Put a ring on my finger and I'll ignore that whole thing about your face.
No, I meant the food.
Why didn't you say so? We're out of Fulok
Ah,
soup.
ouais, y a
We've got
plus de-
Any other questions?
One order of toast and milk, please.
Got any money?
Nope.
Then your girlfriend must be blind.
Oh mon
Do you have a
dieu.
time machine?
Do you think I'd look like this if I had one? Time machines have become quite rare. Maverick has an instant change, but he'd rather run over his grandfather than take someone else on board. And then there's Vince, but he can only offer deterministic time travel. Firstly, that's boring, and secondly, Vince smells of prunes. Otherwise, I only know of the old time pod in Rocco's garage. No idea if that still works. So, if you need passage, just forget it. We're all stranded here. The best thing you can do
Coucou,
is get
mon
married as quickly
Mysterio.
as possible.
Comment il va, Fenouille?
Yeah, I think I'll pass.
I hear that quite often. I really should unsubscribe from that dating platform.
Bon, j'ai parlé avec tout le monde, j'ai fait tout, ouais. Bon, ben... je pense qu'on peut sortir. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il me reste? Monter là et descendre. On va descendre d'abord. D'accord. Un trou de forage, un architecte, un entrepreneur et une sirène. On va jouer avec la sirène déjà. Parce qu'on est con, on s'appelle Rufus quoi. Eh, t'as porté bonheur au Sporting hein.
Oh no, Fulok alarm.
Oh, again? Oh, that means we'll have to take another compulsory break.
No, it doesn't mean that. One can't keep the future waiting.
Why? Has he got somewhere to go?
Ah merde, j'ai un truc à faire, j'ai un temps. Ah. Ils s'en foutent eux. Ouais, ta fille plutôt, c'est clair.
Yoo-hoo.
Bien joué,
I have a
Iris.
question. Keep it short. I've got work to do. We're about to make the breakthrough into the future. I can already smell it.
Sorry, it's the excitement. What exactly are you doing here?
We suspect there may be a so-called future in sediment beneath the city. That's why we started to hollow out its foundations.
Aren't you worried that that could make the city somehow, I don't know, slide maybe?
The chances always offset the risks.
The unimaginative rednecks up there have no idea what a rough diamond they have right under their feet. They see no further than the base that guarantees their apartments stay standing. I see street cafes, Martin, office spaces, and affordable lofts for fashionable high-income earners.
Such as architects working for the Portal Building Authorities, for example?
Exactly.
Now, I still don't understand exactly what that hole there is supposed to have to do with the future.
But it's so very simple. We want to attract a solvent clientele. Time travelers who are literally not born yesterday. A portal to the future who would put a paradox city back on the map. The saying goes, continuous growth through development in interim time. And we're creating the attractions for that.
You spit when you talk.
Mais quel con, putain, j'en
I
peux
have to
plus.
get to Kuvak one day before the end of time.
Wait, Kuvak. Unlucky and unluckiness. We do have a portal to Kuvak, but that's on the old Hermit's land, so it's not connected to the time travel superhighway yet. We've been fighting for that right of way for ages.
Ok.
I'll let you get it. Final! I was afraid I'd miss out on the future.
Parlons avec l'entrepreneur.
What are you reading?
Hey, this is the future issue of Hats.
What else? And are helmets making a comeback?
No, sadly not. In the future, all manual work will be performed by machines.
That would be great. Then no one would have to work.
Why do you think I work so hard? Certainly not for the money. This job is so badly paid that I need a second one to make ends meet.
And what's your second job?
I write fake reviews for an ad finance rating portal that compares free comparison sites for buying building machinery.
Huh. If only we finally had machines that could relieve us of all these important tasks.
On les a.
They can drill to their heart's content there.
Attends, quoi?
They can drill to...
Ils peuvent creuser autant qu'ils veulent ici. Certes. Bon, là, il y aura un truc à faire avec la sirène. Et coucou mon Alain, comment vas-tu? Allez, allons voir là. Bon, nous ne pouvons pas aller ici où il y a des cadavres.
I created them from a rib, and now I need the rib back.
Ah, ça me les faut, et oui, et oui, et oui. Pour le bar, bien joué. Il va falloir que je lui demande de... Mais il va jamais accepter, lui. Ah, attends. Déjà, allons fouiller les poubelles. La base. Ça va très bien, mon Alain, je te remercie.
What are those trash cans for?
Hey, keep your hands off. That's where we keep the seeds so they don't go bad. And so the wombats can't get at them. Those critters are getting worse by the day. Almost as bad as the Fulocks. I catch them meddling with the bins all the time. That's why I always keep my eyes on both sides. My wife says I've started to squint. It's a good job it's so quiet on the Fulock front. We're not equipped for a war on two fronts.
Donc, je ne peux pas. Le levier, est-ce que je peux? Il va m'empêcher, j'imagine.
Don't you dare! Or do you have some kind of death wish that involves being ripped to shreds by a pack of Fulocks?
Well, I thought nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Don't think, soldier. It's war out here. And in war, there were only losers.
Hey there!
Do not distract me. I've got to stay alert. Or do you have some kind of death wish that involves being ripped to shreds by a pack of Fulocks?
You have a Fulock...
Attends.
What does it look like to you, huh?
Je mets l'alarme et je
Hysterical
cours
overreaction?
ici. Je pense que ça doit être ça. Il n'y a aucun souci, Kylian, t'inquiète. Je mets l'alarme, il va réagir, le soldat.
Strange. I can't see anything. Don't you dare! Or do you have some kind of death wish that involves being ripped to shreds by a pack of Fulocks?
Alors c'est la poubelle. Ah, je vais jamais arriver à temps. Si, ça va.
He really earned the diversion. He really earned the diversion.
Mais comment ça, il est rien de...
Must have been a fossil.
Mais Proutazut, voilà, Proutazut, juste Proutazut. En version Switch, oh là là. Ça peut être pas mal sur Switch aussi. La Switch est bien foutue pour les point and click. Donc ça peut être très très sympa en effet, Alain.
Oh, there you are.
Howdy, Rufus.
You wouldn't believe who I met in the city.
My granddad. I know. He didn't recognize me.
No wonder. To him, you're not even born yet.
I guess I never will be. Even the slightest interventions change the timeline. In all probability, we prevented the birth of my father already.
Hogwash. I've seen everything possible and impossible in the last while, but nothing even remotely resembling a timeline. The whole thing is more like a fuzzy, knotted time skein than anything else.
It's okay, Rufus. I'm doing just fine. Isn't it incredibly interesting here?
Yeah, very picturesque. But we have to get a move on. Don't you remember? Where's Goal?
In the farmhouse, but there's no reason to hurry. Here in interim time.
The clocks run differently, I already know. Still, no reason to take our foot off the gas. One of these portals must lead to Kuvak. We used it earlier ourselves.
Yeah, it's that one there.
That one? I actually expected a few mind-bending puzzles first, but so much the better. Wait here. I'll go get Goal, and then we can go get our future back.
Bon. Je prends la baratte. Et j'ai rien d'autre à faire, donc on va aller chercher Goal. Oh, est-ce que c'est Goal du futur?
Time to move. Wait a second. Am I counting right? Your goal? I mean, your goal too.
And you are almost as perceptive as when I left you, Rufus, savior of the world, suicidal time traveler.
You forgot butt model. But how do you what are you doing here? Which goal are you?
She's the goal that you rescued from the future.
Yeah, and in return, she left me and Mac on Elysium, stole the time machine, and whoosh! That was the thanks we got.
I've not got such a talent for dramatic endings as you.
And you didn't get far either.
Yes. Perhaps I was a bit too quick off the mark there. When I arrived in interim time, there was no future anymore. The tunnel had simply come to an end, and the autopilot was steering me directly at it. I had to crash land and was stranded. For us, only a few hours have passed. For her, it's been a lifetime.
Why didn't you use one of the portals?
The portals only opened much later. At first, they were all out of reach. Then the Deponians started to throw their trash into interim time. The time travelers also started arriving from all sorts of pasts. Most were stranded here like me. We built Paradox City from the trash. We tried to reach the portals, but none of them led to the right time. Then, when the first children were born, we realized that we had built ourselves a new home.
But now I'm here. So come on. What was that? An earthquake?
We've only had one of those once before. The time when the portals opened.
Non, tous les portails se sont fermés.
Don't run off. I'm gonna go have a look.
Sûr.
Oh, come on. Where's the portal to Kuvak? And the others? All gone.
I think I have an explanation. When the tachyons poured into the open portal unchecked just now in the lab, we didn't only open the one portal, but also all the surrounding ones too. Portals leading to completely different places in time. As time passes much faster in here, they were open for years. A whole city was built whilst you fetched gold from the university. Shortly after you stepped through the portal, the anomaly closed behind you. In the lab, this was a blink of the eye. Here, countless minutes.
You mean this city only exists because we opened the portal earlier?
Really makes you think, eh?
Yeah, like for example, how do we get out of here now that the portals are closed?
I was thinking more of the moral implications. Well, what will happen to the people here if we restore the old timeline? Are we even allowed to do that?
I can't see any signs.
I noticed that too. You should get it looked at.
Bon, bah du coup on est dans le caca. Hein.
Amazingly, there was still a bit of antidote left.
You girls having a good talk?
I'm just telling Goal about your stamp cannon.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have used so much cheese.
Ok. Bon. Je vais prendre la brosse. Je vais prendre l'ornithorynque. Ça, j'imagine que je peux pas les prendre. Hein.
Can I take that?
No, it's not finished yet.
I can finish it.
And just how are you going to finish it?
I can finish anything.
You're going to finish me off one of these days. Are you finished yet? Yes.
No,
Oh, we'll just take it then.
I will.
On your marks, go.
And finished.
Okay, what just happened here?
You've become a sculptor?
I had a lot of time on my hands.
That excuses some things, but not everything.
On va parler avec Go là.
The portals have closed.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
I already thought of something.
No, you are not going to get a jetpack.
Oh, man.
Oh merde.
The portals have closed. I have to try to open them again. Are you coming along?
Can't it wait? I'm having a conversation right now.
Of course. You can just sit here all day long talking to yourself.
You do that all the time, too.
Actually, he's the one who talks all the time. I just listen.
It's called the TARDIS. It can travel anywhere.
Oh
in
mon
time,
super
space.
lavette. T'as 23
And it's
mois.
mine.
Merci infiniment pour les 23 mois de soutien, mon super lavette. Merci du fond du cœur. J'espère que tu vas bien et proute toi-même. D'abord. Bon, ben, ressortons alors, hein. Qu'est-ce qu'il me proposait Rocco déjà?
Hey, Rocco.
Howdy, Rufus.
I have to get to the time pod.
No can do. It's a bit of a family heirloom.
Nonsense. It belongs to the old goal.
Belonged to. She left it to my father.
But that's...
You won't be able to argue with my granddad, Rufus.
Wait a minute. What are you doing here?
I'm a mysterious voice from your memory.
What? Since when?
De quoi?
Don't you like it?
Sure, it's pretty cool.
Who are you talking to?
Quiet back there. Got a tip on how to get past him?
Not really. He was the most stubborn human being that I've ever known.
That's not a lot of help.
You are right. Sorry. Now I feel slightly silly. Farewell.
D'accord.
Are you all right?
Huh? Why?
Oh, nothing. What was your question again?
23 mois, faut consulter. Mais t'es méchant, Alain, t'es méchant.
Can you repair the portals?
Worrying, isn't it? But there's nothing that can be done about it. Portals have neither a motor nor any other mechanical components.
No. Then it's all up to me again. Are there any goats in Paradox City?
Not that I know of, and I'm sure you'll find something better to sweeten the time until the portals open up again, you rotter.
Huh?
C'est pas ce qu'on voulait dire, hein.
Ah, you
Allez.
are-
I'm sorry.
Tu peux rien faire. Est-ce que lui, il est toujours énervé? Ah, il y a toujours un portail, là.
Take a hike.
All right, all right.
Non. Bon. J'ai quoi? J'ai une baratte cassée. Un ornithorynque à pile. Ah, l'ornithorynque, le mettre sur la poubelle. Attends. Je déclenche l'alarme. Si je mets l'ornithorynque... C'est pas un wombat, c'est un ornithorynque, mais bon. Ça peut suffisamment l'énerver l'autre.
Oh,
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
hey, wait a minute. I know that sound.
There were wombats in the bins again. Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Et là, je peux.
Kitty, 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 kitty. Where are you, you little beasts?
Trop
Come
fort.
on now, show yourselves. Where are you, you little beasts? 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 Come on now, show yourselves. Come on now, show yourselves. Here, kitty,
He really
kitty,
earned
kitty,
the
kitty.
diversion.
Ah, donc c'était pour ça qu'il y avait la phrase tout à l'heure. Donc maintenant, si je vais et que je lui donne des codes Fuelox, il va pouvoir refaire à manger pour son vieux lui.
Ta-da!
Fuelock ribs! Now, where did you get them?
What do you think? I ripped them off a Fuelock.
I don't know how I can ever thank you enough. But if it's not asking too much, could you take the soup to my future self?
Sure, why not?
But careful. I think he's looking for a reason to get me fired.
Ok.
Fuelock soup, finally. Darn, that was actually quite all right.
Am I hearing disappointment?
Yes, of life. I've grafted away all my youth to be able to afford an instant change 5. Now I'm old. Making other people's lives hell is the only joy I have left. And now, I can't even manage that anymore.
Ah, don't be so hard on yourself. You can do it.
Be a good little boy and bring me some seconds. Maybe then I'll find the hair in my soup that will give me an excuse to fire someone.
That's the spirit.
Et c'est tout? Il faut que je mette un cheveu dans.
Looks like he wants a.
Really? Maybe I haven't screwed up my future after all. Here.
Voilà.
Fortunately, we've now got loads of this stuff.
Et maintenant, je prends la brosse.
Waiter, there's a hair in my Fuelock soup. Then be glad you didn't order the Fucaca soup.
Voilà. Et là, je lui donne.
Fuelock soup, finally. I was about to get my former self fired. But what? Wait a minute. What the hell is this? There's a hair in my soup. I want to see the manager.
What? How did you get here so quickly?
Oh, you're obviously experiencing a side effect of my new Instant Change 2. It uses a time travel technique that doesn't create any new timelines. All changes become immediately visible.
Didn't you just want to save up for Series 5?
Yes, but then my future self came along.
Attends, quoi?
Completely broke. So, I bought the 2 series off him. It's quite practical. As long as you don't take pregnant women on board. And now that I don't need to save anymore, I quit immediately. My future self was probably more in need of a job anyway.
Ok.
And what are you gonna live on?
I'll break into my pension plan, and then, well, we'll see. The future suddenly looks bright again.
I'd rather not disturb him. He's still in his probationary period.
Genre, ça t'arrange déjà empêché.
That's your Instant Change 2 out there?
Yes? Why?
Well, you left the lights on.
Ugh, really? It's probably a problem with the electrics again. Damn butter churn. Ah, why oh why didn't I save up
Et de la
for the
baratte.
5 series?
Nobody knows.
Here, could you turn it off for me?
Sure, happy to help.
Ok.
You can't.
C'est pas celle-là.
You can't. Close.
Ah.
Haha! Success!
On avance, on avance.
Wow, what is all? I wonder if I'll be able to start the engine.
Ah. On n'avance pas.
Butter churn.
Le moteur. Si je mets la baratte que j'ai là, la baratte cassée.
That should fit size, but why bother?
Coucou mon Beldar, c'est gentil, merci beaucoup de rester en lurk. J'espère que tu vas bien en tout cas.
This is a workshop, right?
Caught red-handed. Maybe I should have hidden the tools.
Fix this.
What is it?
What does it look like?
I guess it's an antediluvian cylinder head. As all of the time travelers come here from the past, it doesn't surprise me at all. It's not even worth repairing. But I do happen to have a spare cylinder in stock. Keep it. The first spare part is always on the house.
Funny. With me, the first always goes through the neighbor's window.
Du coup, j'ai pas lu ce qu'ils avaient dit, mais Bug, t'as tellement raison, ça doit être ça le tardif. Donc il m'a mis une tête de cylindre. Si je mets ça là, est-ce que c'est bon?
That would fit perfect, but why should I waste my new butter churn repairing strange cars without being asked? I'm not the nice young man from the motor club.
Mais quoi? Pas de soucis, mon Beldar. Bon courage à toi. Attends, comment ça? Mais le but c'est de pouvoir voyager dans le temps. Non, si je lui reparle, elle va me dire quoi là?
Hello, Rita. What's new?
Don't waste my time. Order something, propose to me, or move.
The portals are closed.
Ah!
Thought so. Classic case of last-minute panic.
D'accord. Ok.
What was the...
Put a ring on my...
No, I meant...
Why didn't you say so? We're out of Fulok soup. We've
Mais
got
plus maintenant.
toast and milk. Any other questions?
One order of...
Got any
Mais j'ai pas d'argent.
Then your girl...
I think I'll
C'est vrai.
I really should unsubscribe.
Vince.
Anytime. All I need is a portal map with precise space-time coordinates on it.
But I can't change anything?
Unfortunately not.
Could I take something from them?
Only if it doesn't change the course of events.
I give stone.
Ah, j'ai le stone.
You give fart mash.
Yes, that pretty much sums up the modus vivendi of our business agreement.
Je l'ai, tiens.
Rufus, bring stone.
Mais quel salaud ce...
Interesting. The material used to create this sculptural opus magnum is clearly basalt from the Germian Fatstone Mountains. I can make out deposits of obsidian, and even inclusions of chrysoberyl. My respect for the fine arts unfortunately forbids me from exploiting this aesthetic ornament purely for the purposes of my base commercial ambitions. That would be barbarity.
Mais du coup, il refuse de me l'échanger contre...
Rufus, bring things.
I'm sorry, sir, but I deal exclusively in geological travails and intestinal pharmaceuticals. It is, admittedly, an exotic commercial model, but...
Ok. Et ça, il le veut pas?
She's got talent. Now she just has to use it.
Donc, qu'est-ce qu'il dit exactement?
The material
Ça,
I
ok.
can make out deposits. My respect for the fine arts unfortunately
cet ornement
forbids me from exploiting this that would be...
Je comprends pas pourquoi il le prend pas du coup. Enfin, je comprends pas ce que je dois faire pour qu'il le prenne du coup. Eux, j'ai toujours pas de bonne raison.
Have you remembered why you went?
Ouais, pour l'amour.
It's called the tant.
We've been here before.
It can travel anywhere in time, space. And it's mine.
Merci beaucoup, mon petit, oulala, mon tri-tri, pardon. 24 mois, 2 ans de soutien, merci du fond du cœur. Merci du fond du cœur, mon tri-tri.
No offense.
Come back.
J'espère que tu vas bien.
A genuine engine would be nice, but looky here. Surprise, surprise. It's short one cylindrical device. Poetry.
Je l'ai, le cylindre. J'ai la tête de cylindre.
That would, but why should I waste
Mais je ne lui ai
my
quand même pas
butter
sacrifié
churn
ma barre à
repairing
toute neuve pour
strange
réparer
cars
une
without being asked? I'm not the nice young man from the motor club.
Strange. I can't see anything.
Attends, non. Est-ce que je peux aller dans le... Chez les... Comment ça s'appelle? Je retrouve plus leur nom. Les Fulox.
Come on now, show yourselves. Where are you, you little beasts?
Apparemment non. Hein.
Where are you, you little beasts? Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Come on now, show yourselves. Where are you, you little beasts? Where are you, you little beasts?
Pour moi, non. C'est compliqué ou pas? Là, ça commence à devenir un peu compliqué, ouais. Non, tu veux pas le QTRE?
Alright, alright.
Et c'est ça le souci dans ce jeu, c'est qu'on sait pas exactement ce qu'on doit trouver.
I think so.
But it's not broken.
Oh no, we're quick. Recommend us to your friends.
Oh, quel génie. Quel génie ce Rocco.
I think, but it's... Oh no, recommend us.
On va aller par là. Lui, il me faudrait son plan pour pouvoir partir avec le docteur. Ou du moins ce qui ressemble au docteur.
Yoo-hoo, I have another question.
Of course. Distract me, why don't you? It's only our future we're talking about.
I have to get to Kuvak one day before the end of time.
Wait, Kuvak.
Non mais il va me dire la même chose alors.
Unlucky and unluckiness. We do have a portal to Kuvak, but that's on the old Hermit's land, so it's not connected to the time travel superhighway yet. We've been fighting for that right of way for ages.
That isn't the problem. The problem is that the portals have
Voilà.
filled back up again.
No, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity. It's proof once more of how important the connection between Paradox City and the future is. I can already see the campaign. The only way back leads forwards. Better still, back through the future.
But that's all just drivel. The reason for the lack of a future lies in the past.
What a hogwash! Today was yesterday, the future belongs to those who have the courage to look forward.
Oh, you have no idea.
How could there possibly be any when I keep...
I thought progress couldn't be stopped.
No.
I'll let you get it.
Fuck, I was afraid...
Lui, il me dit rien de spécial, je crois qu'il me dit juste pour son casque.
That's,
I already told.
Can I have it?
No, I need it for research purposes. In this highly technological working environment, further education is an integral part of everyday. Oh, well, unfortunately, I can't leave the machine on its own.
Yes, it seems to me that your presence is downright imperative.
I tell you what, you can have the magazine if you bring me a peanut butter sandwich.
A peanut butter sandwich, huh? No problem.
Alors, un sandwich au beurre de cacahuète. Ah! Mais il va pas. Est-ce qu'ils vont accepter si c'est pour l'amour? Non.
You're right.
Come back again.
Eux, ils ont juste du lait et quoi? Je sais plus.
Hello, Rita. What's new?
Don't waste. Order something. Propose.
Un toast et du lait.
Got any money?
Nope.
Ah, il me faut de l'argent. Alors voilà. Donc,
Yeah, I think
I really should.
il me faut de l'argent pour pouvoir acheter toast et du lait. Avec ça, je vais pouvoir faire avec les cacahuètes un sandwich au beurre de cacahuètes. Ça, c'est bon. Pour avoir le magazine. À quoi le magazine va me servir? Je n'en ai aucune idée. Lui, il doit me donner en principe de l'herbe pour pouvoir faire sortir le monsieur des toilettes. Sauf qu'il veut une œuvre d'art. Quand je veux lui donner, il m'a dit que non, il la prend pas. Et là, on a une DeLorean. Et coucou mon Franek, comment il va? Macronical, est-ce que tu peux m'aider un peu?
your granddad won't let me through to the time pod.
Sounds like him. I was never allowed to borrow his car either.
Any ideas on how to distract him?
With a good book, perhaps?
A book? We want to break into his workshop, not celebrate his birthday.
Which probably eliminates the necktie option, too.
Formation de quoi, mon Franek? Tu te formes sur quoi?
Just think. 5 different animal bites in half an hour. Hello? Respect? Ah, speak of the devil.
Non, elle parle de quoi là? Quand est-ce qu'il se fait avoir comme ça, Rufus? 5 morsures différentes d'animaux.
Are you really sure you can bring this to a happy end?
I said I'd bring it to an end. I never said anything about happy.
Prise en charge de la fatigue et des troubles du sommeil. Oh. Plus qu'intéressant, oui.
Are you still in the habit of taking anything and everything that isn't firmly screwed down?
Above all, I'm still in the habit of forgetting my screwdriver.
Putain. Si je fais ça sur les sculptures.
No, that isn't finished yet.
Yes, that's the point.
The unfinished point.
Ah, mais je trouve ça super intéressant, Franek.
Not now, Rufus.
Are you still angry?
No, don't worry. I just need a bit of time with myself.
Oh mon dieu. Je peux pas lui parler du
And
coup.
can we get going?
Not now. I'm just.
It's the dark side, the Yeti. It's all true.
Bon. Ouais, je suis obligé de retourner par là. Ah, mais ça me perturbe qu'il refuse ma pierre.
I give stone. You give fart mash.
Yes, that pretty much sums up the modus vivendi of our business agreement.
Et quand je veux lui donner...
Rufus, bring stone.
Interesting. The material used to create this sculptural opus magnum is clearly basalt from the Germian Fatstone Mountains. I can make out deposits of obsidian, and even inclusions of chrysoberyl. My respect for the fine arts unfortunately forbids me from exploiting this aesthetic ornament purely for the purposes of my base commercial ambitions. That would be barbarity.
Faudrait que j'arrive à le casser alors.
This is art.
I give.
Yes.
Non mais... C'est un peu dommage que ce soit trop la même chose. De quoi les deux cas, enfin les deux cas de formation que tu as là.
My work here is done. Now it's time for the nameless Rufus to ride off into the sunset. Rufus, Rufus, king of the wild frontier.
En interactif, j'ai quoi là? Non, j'ai rien.
Come on now, show yourselves. Come on now, show yourselves.
The world isn't ready for this art yet, but I'm sure they'll appreciate it in the future.
Oh. Mais comment on peut savoir qu'il faut faire ça? C'est complètement débile. Enfin... Ah, ce jeu me rend fou. Je suis en train de faire le plus intéressant, savoir ce qu'on peut mettre en place au boulot. Mais bien sûr. Mais ce que tu peux mettre en place au boulot à la pharmacie, tu veux dire, pour aider les gens? Bon, là, il va me donner, c'est bon.
Rufus, bring stone.
Interesting. Basalt from the Germian Fatstone Mountains. I can make out deposits of obsidian, and even inclusions of chrysoberyl. I have at least 2 clients who would pay a great deal of money for such a rock.
I give stone. you give fart mush.
Quite right. Quid pro quo.
Il l'a pris d'où son herbe à Prout? Je veux pas savoir. Aider les patients et faire en sorte d'une meilleure prise en charge par mes collègues. Mais carrément, putain, trop bien. Donc le laxatif, je le donne au monsieur qui est bloqué dans les toilettes.
Here, this is sure to help.
Oh, that's exactly what I need. Oh,
On aime.
Oh, 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 oh.
Monsieur kiffe, hein.
Oh. Oh. Thank you. Now I can finally continue on my journey to a galaxy far, far away. Take care, end times person.
Ok. J'ai de l'argent. J'ai de l'argent. J'ai de l'argent. Vas-y. Donne-moi du pain.
One order of toast and milk, please.
On its way.
Here, the rest is a tip.
Oh, I hate this job.
Ok.
That could make a great peanut butter sandwich, but I still have some work ahead of me before it does.
On avance. Maintenant, il faut que j'arrive à convaincre les cacahuètes de se laisser tuer. Tellement bizarre de dire ça comme ça. Mais pourquoi ils ne veulent pas? Ok. Alors, faut que j'arrive à débloquer une ligne de dialogue, mais alors comment? Et ouais, enfin, ouais, t'as raison, Kylian. T'as raison, Kylian. Malheureusement...
So, you could give me a ride? And
Non, ça, c'est bon, il m'a déjà tout dit.
Rufus, thanks, Ung, for fart mush.
Well spoken, my eloquent friend. It was also a great pleasure for me doing business with you.
Ah oui, j'avais pas vu, il faut faire d'abord Pokéstart, Kylian. Ça va te donner un Pokémon de base et après tu pourras essayer d'attraper les Pokémon dans le jeu. Comment je fais? Et tu commences avec un hérissandre en plus. Oh, plutôt stylé. Plutôt stylé.
Of course, they weren't real pancakes, if you get my drift. Not really. Ah! Speak of the devil.
Et là maintenant tu peux faire Pokécatch, si c'est pas trop tard, pour essayer d'attraper le Sépiatop. Et en fait, toutes les 5 minutes, il y a des toutes les 15 minutes, pardon, il y a des Pokémon qui pop sur le live. Et c'est à toi d'essayer de les attraper avec le Pokécatch. Ah, il s'est déjà échappé, donc faudra attendre 15 minutes pour le prochain. Est-ce qu'il sait quoi en faire, lui? D'accord, donc non. Pla 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 pla. En plus, je sais même pas à quoi il va me servir, le magazine pour les chapeaux. Hein. Je sais qu'il me le faut. Mais pourquoi? Qu'est-ce que je peux faire de plus là? Si je le fais tirer dans... Ou je lui propose un verre de lait? Non, je lui propose les voitures. Attends, on la voit ou pas? Non, on la voit pas là. Elle est là en principe. Mais elle est pas dessinée. Bon, ben non, là, il n'y a rien à faire encore. Ça, le portail, il est juste là, le seul qui fonctionne. Je donne la tête de cylindre à l'architecte. Pourquoi? Pourquoi pas? Ok, un petit verre de lait, non? Non. Hein. Si je lui donne des toasts sans le beurre de cacahuète.
Does it really have to be a peanut butter sandwich?
Yes, it does. My nutritionist was very clear about that.
On a essayé. On a essayé. La sirène, ça me sert plus à rien, non?
Oh no.
Oh.
Ah, on peut encore faire un truc apparemment.
Strange. I can't see anything.
Je peux récupérer. Non, je peux pas le récupérer.
Don't you dare! Or do you have...
And that's... Ah!
Ben, j'ai cliqué trop vite, j'ai pas vu quel était le dialogue. Faut que je trouve un argument. Comment je peux trouver un argument qui rajoute cette ligne de dialogue pour convaincre des cacahuètes de se faire écraser. Et je leur propose un verre de lait, non?
I wonder if those are... You hear some gruesome stories about bar snacks.
Et à Vince.
No, thank you. My old gut can only stomach prunes and pulses. But of those, I can have as much as I can get.
My work here is... Now it's time for the nameless... My work... He's still...
Putain, je le vois pas, hein. On avance, mais après à chaque fois on se rebloque, hein. Là c'est pas interactif, donc non. Mais en plus le nombre d'éléments interactifs est très limité quand même. Est-ce que je crois que je peux jeter la... Les vis, c'est les éléments avec lesquels je peux interagir. Tu vois, je peux interagir avec l'architecte, la sirène, l'entrepreneur et le trou de forage. Ça me rend fou parce que je vois vraiment pas quoi faire d'autre là.
Hey Rocco.
Howdy.
Where am I?
At the old hermit's farm. Turn left at the town hall and then continue up that way.
I urgently need to get to the time pod.
It's a bit of a family, and family comes first.
Yay!
What?
I thought you had one. Then what are you doing here? Always nice to hear.
You're behaving very strangely.
Ah, you are...
I'm sorry.
Donc attends, là si je lui reparle, est-ce que... Ah non, on peut vraiment plus rien faire avec lui. J'ai fait toutes les lignes de dialogue. My Chronicle... T'es sa famille, il faudrait.
How can we distract your granddad?
Comment on peut le distraire? Un verre de lait, hein?
You thirsty?
No thanks, I'm on a diet.
If you're looking for a compliment, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Ah, et si je lui donne les clés de la voiture? Ah non, je peux pas lui donner. Je peux juste s'appuyer dessus les clés. Ok. Ah, c'est chiant quand t'es comme ça. Hein. Le problème, c'est que pour trouver une bonne raison.
And can we get going?
Not now, Rufus. I'm just hearing about the most incredible stuff.
It's true. All of it. The Yeti. It's... Are you telling her about our adventures?
Je vais essayer ça, Kylian, c'est pas con.
Brought back a lot of memories. I'd almost forgotten how awesome we were back then.
Awesome. Totally awful would probably be more accurate.
Full of awe. I like that.
In a nutshell.
Essayez, hein.
Are you still in the habit of taking...
Above all...
Non. Et lui,
Not
et elle.
now, Rufus.
Are you still angry?
No, I just need a bit of...
Donc non, aucune des deux ne veut du lait non plus.
Hello, Rita. What's new?
Don't waste my time. Order something, propose to me, or move over for the next in line.
Qu'est-ce que tu penses de Rocco? Ah! On l'avait pas celle avant.
Chronicle from the garage. Young, athletic, a tushy to die for, put short. Not in my league.
But you flirted with me.
Not so loud. I don't want everyone to know how desperate I am.
Ah, c'est dur.
Yeah,
ok.
I really...
Est-ce qu'on peut pas les caser ensemble, les deux là?
Hey, Rocco.
Howdy, Rufus.
I think I know someone who likes you.
You think so?
Of course. She's just waiting for you to propose.
I can hardly imagine that's true. She would have said something.
Nonsense. She wants you to take the first step.
But by proposing to her, isn't that a bit too forward?
Women want to be rushed. What woman would get involved with you if she had time to think, huh? So go, go, go. Otherwise, someone else is likely to take her. And to the victor go the spoils.
But I haven't got a ring, and I haven't got a tailcoat for the wedding either.
You let me worry about that. Your job is to come up with the right words for your proposal.
Bon, on avance, on avance.
Here am I, there are you, platypoo. Sometimes works wonders.
But, oh dear.
Donc faut que je lui trouve maintenant une queue de pied et une alliance. Ok. Une queue de pied. Où tu vas trouver ça? Tu veux voir ma grosse queue de pie? Ah bah bravo Franek. Une queue de pie, c'est tu sais les vestes de costard qui finissent comme une queue de pie justement.
Ah, horsepuck toot. Of course it's a good idea. You're just getting cold feet. That's perfectly normal.
Were you able to get your hands on a tailcoat and a ring?
I'm working on it.
If you don't have any luck in Paradox City, maybe you could ask the boys from the Portal Building Authorities. The architect usually knows in which time period to find what.
No spoilers.
Si, spoil-moi, spoil-moi.
Yoo-hoo, I have another question.
Of course. Distract me, why don't you? It's only our future we're talking about.
Alors.
Do you happen to know in which time I could find a tailcoat and a wedding ring?
A wedding? And you tear me away from my valuable work for this?
What could be more important for the future than family planning?
Perhaps you're right. I see playgrounds and schools, kindergartens, and parking spaces for pushchairs right in front of the organic supermarket.
Sounds heavenly.
Just a minute. I might just have the information that you need, but knowledge always has its price. My informant would like to know, in return, what the new trends in hat fashion will be.
Hat trends? What is it with the hat trends these days?
Can you find out or not?
Yes. Wait, there was something.
Les casques de chantier.
Hard hats. They make a good impression.
I'll pass that on. My informant has his doubts. Without proof for this bold claim, I'm afraid I can't reveal which time you'll be able to find a tailcoat and a wing.
Bold is in.
My informant, without proof for this bold claim,
Ouais, je vais quand même...
My
Un McBee sauvage!
Traffic cones. My without
Ouais, dans tous les cas, ils veulent...
tinfoil hats are in. No two ways of. My inform without. Maybe you do that. I'd like to talk directly to your informant. Is he hiding behind the counter there?
Hey, stop! The identity of my informant is confidential, and no one, you hear, no one looks behind my counter, capiche?
If it has to do with cat piss, I really don't want to know. I'll let you.
Donc, c'est la merde. Il me faut encore ces cacahuètes. Parce que les cacahuètes vont me permettre d'avoir ce magazine que je vais pouvoir lui donner pour récupérer les informations, pour récupérer la queue de pie et l'alliance, les donner à Rocco pour qu'il demande Rita en mariage. Mais pour moi, c'est ça qui allait donner une bonne raison d'avoir les cacahuètes.
Hello, Rita. What's new?
Don't wait or to...
I think Rocco.
Ha! The last time anyone had eyes for me, they came in a bowl of Fulok soup.
How disgusting.
They were actually quite cute.
I think
Ha! I'll believe that with the last... They were...
Yeah, I think I'll...
I really should...
J'ai pas débloqué un truc là, j'ai pas débloqué une ligne.
The quiz out.
Si j'ai débloqué une ligne, McBee a été attrapé par Kylian. Bien joué mon kiki, bien joué mon kikinou. Ah mon filleul, bien joué. Mais je pense que en mettant les deux ensemble, tu auras la phrase en plus pour les
I want
cacahuètes.
to marry Rita off to Rocco.
Rocco McChronicle from the garage?
I like him.
Oh, a dream couple. What do you say, boys? Should we sacrifice ourselves for love? Yeah!
Yeah! For Rita and Rocco!
Come on! What are you waiting for? Take us and make us into peanut butter!
For love!
For
Et donc,
love! For
du coup, t'avais trouvé Kylian, bien joué. T'avais trouvé. Donc maintenant, on mélange les cacahuètes et le toast.
Great, but I still have some...
Ah.
What do you reckon, guys? Ready for a change of scenery?
Of course! Let's go, matey!
Yippee!
Désolé.
All that can do is power a time machine and churn butter. Nothing else.
Attends, quoi?
All that can do is power a time machine and churn butter. Nothing else. Yeah.
Ah, attends, j'ai compris. En le mettant dans le moteur, ça va faire un mode barat, je sais pas quoi, et c'est bon. Et c'est là que ça va faire. Non. Pourquoi il y a toujours un moment où je trouve pas? Pourquoi il rajoute toujours un truc que je comprends pas? Je peux le barater avec ça? Ah, bah c'était bon alors, il manquait juste le lait.
Don't talk over him.
I think it's about to get interesting.
Ah, you guys. I'm really gonna miss you.
Why? Where are we going?
Hey! Is there some kind of carousel?
Quiet. It's starting. Yoo-hoo!
Yay!
Yeah! Ow! Oh, no! Ow! Oh, ooh, the pain! But why?
On les a tués!
Your sacrifice will not have been in vain.
On les a massacrés.
Yummy, 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 yummy. That reminds me of the sandwiches I used to steal from Wenzel.
Ok. Maintenant, je descends, je lui donne à lui pour récupérer le magazine.
Did someone order a delicious peanut butter sandwich?
Mmm, yummy, delicious. Here, keep the magazine. I've read it from cover to cover at least 3 times. Oh, and there's even some motor oil on it. Just like Mom used to make it.
Oh, les dialogues de ce jeu sont atroces. Tiens, l'architecte.
Don't waste my time with this useless. I've got a future.
Mais proutagite.
Of course. It's only.
I already my informant, and I came up with a.
Ah.
You do.
Faut que je lise le livre, tu crois?
Let's see what's in fashion in the future. Turbans, seriously?
Ok, maintenant j'ai la réponse.
C'est
celle des turbans.
And I came up with a good answer. Oh, well, that's easy. Turbans are all the rage.
Oh, really? That sounds quite far-fetched to me. You got any proof for that?
Of course. Here.
Yes. That should do.
On avance.
My informant is satisfied, and he actually knows where you will find these objects. I'll write the corresponding coordinates on the map. There. Now, please, piss off.
Maintenant, je vais aller voir Docteur. Je lui donne les plans pour qu'on parte.
Can you take me there?
Let's see. Yes, that should be possible. My old bones could do with a little bit of adventure.
Don't allow yourself to be hoaxed, my friend. There is no adventure in deterministic time travel.
Ah, poppycock. Don't listen to them.
Never have, never do, never will.
Est-ce qu'on va avoir un peu de musique de Doctor Who? C'est un peu petit quand même, hein.
Check. Tachyon concentrator. Check. Hemorrhoid ring. Check. Ah, I'm so excited. My prostate is positively tingling.
Il va falloir que je monte avec lui. Je lui monte sur les genoux là.
Tight squeeze your time machine.
It's smaller on the inside. Cool, huh? Come and sit on Grandpa's knee.
It's smaller on the inside.
Off we go.
Putain. Et courant. Ah, le bruit aussi. Oh, c'est vraiment un tardif, quoi.
Oh no, not again.
You know this place?
Yes, I was already here once today. Or rather, will have been. The turban, the bowling polisher, everything is still in place, unused.
Oh dear, that does make things a little bit more complicated.
More complicated?
What can you do? These are the vagaries of deterministic time travel. When you arrived here earlier, we'd already left. That also means that we can't leave before everything is exactly as you found it later.
And what happens if I do change something?
That really does depend. Did you happen to notice a little pile of ash right where we're standing now on your last visit?
How about this? I'll get my things, and then try to get everything ready just the way I found it later.
That would be very welcome.
La queue de pie. Parce que quand je suis arrivé, il était quasiment tout nu, ce monsieur. Et là, il y a un cadavre avec un drap. Mais attends, quoi? Il n'y avait plus le cadavre. Quoi?
I doubt that he still needs that. I almost didn't recognize him with the hat. In today's hat fashion ranking, he's definitely in the top 5. Sad fact. I think I'll let them sleep. If they recognize me, all that beautiful determinism is history.
Ah, il est très très drôle, Kylian. Mais c'est très souvent le cas sur les point and click. Ce genre de jeu où tu dois juste pointer et cliquer, point and click.
Hey, stop! I need the paint for preparing the corpses.
Si, c'est exactement ça, Kylian.
Hello, stranger. If you don't have an appointment, I could fit you in half an hour, but it wouldn't include washing.
I'm not a customer.
Ah,
I was hoping that was the case. Most of them don't make their appointments themselves.
En fait, dans l'épisode précédent que j'ai fait, ou même je crois que c'est même 2 épisodes avant ça, on est arrivé ici, sauf que ce monsieur avait juste une espèce de toge, il avait pas cette tenue-là. Là, on est revenu dans son passé, et donc on se rend compte que c'est nous qui lui avons volé ses vêtements, et c'est pour ça qu'il se retrouve en toge.
Can I borrow your stuff?
No. It's special equipment for grave diggers.
Ah mais c'était un fossoyeur à l'époque. Nous après ça devient un prophète. On va transformer un fossoyeur en prophète.
Great outfit.
These are the traditional robes of a grave digger.
And here I thought you wanted to get married.
It's a symbol of mourning in any case.
Ah non.
You look familiar.
Impossible. I have a splendid memory for faces. You need that in my job.
As a prophet?
As a grave digger. Customers don't come back very often, but if they do, it's important to realize early on. As a matter of fact, I've always wanted to become a prophet. Unfortunately, my father thought the job had no future.
Like so much nowadays.
Exactly. But there'll always be work for grave diggers.
Believe me, the day will come when you will in fact be a prophet.
And how do you know that? Are you a prophet?
Am I a prophet? I'd say yes.
Lucky you.
We could trade jobs.
Me? A prophet? Oh, that would be so wonderful. But I mustn't neglect my job as a grave digger. I've got to finish carving this gravestone and dig that grave over there.
Ah, c'est pour ça qu'il y a mon nom sur la pierre tombale.
I don't know who will end up in this grave.
You're lucky I'm a prophet. I'm gonna end up in this grave.
And that doesn't bother you at all?
I've seen far more bothering things in the last few days. The men's sauna on Elysium tops the list, though.
Ah, c'est énorme ce jeu, putain.
But well, if it's your grave, why don't you dig it? If you manage that, then all I need is the appropriate outfit, and then we're in business.
Dig my own grave? Nothing easier. Hi, Marty.
Doodaloo.
Allez, on va se débarrasser de la ferraille.
Pay attention. I'll show you how to dig your own grave.
Actually, I've got to go and get my tablets.
No, this is more important.
Parce que il faut d'abord que je creuse ma propre tombe pour pouvoir lui demander les affaires.
Bravo. Sound work.
With a little more time, I would have added a minibar.
You've got what it takes to dig graves. That much is clear. All we need now is a prophet outfit, and then we can swap jobs.
La tenue de prophète, je l'ai.
I doubt that he's still...
Attends, il n'y avait pas...
I think I have just the right thing for you.
Oh, I don't know. It's a bit smelly.
It's the fashion these days. Go ahead. Try it on.
Well, look at that. It fits perfectly.
It emphasizes the shoulders and conceals your cellulite problem.
Congratulations, Rufus. You're now a grave digger. Here, take the outfit.
Ok, 1 sur 2.
You've earned it.
J'ai la tenue. Maintenant, il me faut aussi... J'ai un pot de peinture. Il me faut aussi maintenant le... Comment on appelle ça? L'alliance. Il me manque plus que l'alliance. Ok. Là, est-ce que j'ai d'autres trucs? Mais eux, je peux pas leur parler en principe.
I think I'll let them sleep. If they recognize...
Bah oui. Je vais encore parler avec lui et après je vais aller voler la boule.
Congratulations.
D'accord.
Hands off! This ball is my livelihood.
And my livelihood lies in you not having that ball later.
Frankly, I don't give a hoot.
Damn.
Faut que tu trouves un moyen de les réveiller. Alors non, faut pas que je les réveille parce que justement, faut pas qu'ils se souviennent de moi quand je vais leur parler plus tard qui s'est passé avant dans le jeu. Donc eux, c'est pour ça qu'il dit le personnage, faut les laisser dormir.
That won't interest him at all.
Ah.
Et si je jette sur sa boule de cristal?
This and my damn.
Attends, je peux faire quoi d'autre là?
I shouldn't touch it. That's exactly where I'll have found it later.
Ça, je suis d'accord.
I shouldn't touch. That's exactly. With a pin still standing like that later.
Déjà, faudrait que j'arrive à trouver la bague aussi. Le problème, c'est que j'ai que deux endroits. Je peux pas aller là-bas, à droite, c'est de... Pour avoir les ultra balls et les trucs comme ça. T'es sur le téléphone ou t'es sur un ordi, Kylian? Parce qu'en fait, au fur et à mesure où tu parles dans mon chat, tu récupères de l'argent du jeu. Et du coup, sur téléphone, si tu regardes sous la vidéo, donc il y a le chat, et en principe, tu dois avoir... si tu cliques sur mon pseudo, tu dois pouvoir avoir accès à un peu tout ce qui est... comment ça s'appelle? Tous les panneaux de ma chaîne, avec un panneau qui s'appelle Pokémon Community Game. Et là-dessus, tu peux faire des achats, tu peux faire des combats Pokémon, tu peux faire plein de trucs. C'est plus facile sur PC. Alors, qu'est-ce que je pourrais bien prendre? Là, j'ai plus rien à faire, là.
Yo. I think I'll let them, if they wreck.
Ouais, Beldar, parce que en fait, il faut faire. Tu vois, Poké 4 Ultra Ball, il t'a rien dit. Ça veut dire que t'as pu la lancer là, l'Ultra Ball, Beldar. Ça veut dire que tu en as des Ultra Ball. Donc, qui est en français Hyper Ball. Ce qu'il faut que tu fasses si t'es sur PC, c'est que tu regardes sur les panneaux qu'il y a sous le live. Tu sais, avec qui je suis, les trucs comme ça. Et que tu regardes ce que tu as dans ton sac. Ben, je vais vous montrer d'ailleurs. On va faire ça. Attends. Tac. On va aller sur ma chaîne. Je vais vous montrer vite fait. Comme ça, c'est plus simple. Non, pas celui-là. Hop, on va couper le son. Et donc, c'est en train de charger. Voilà, là, vous avez le panneau avec donc tous les Pokémon que moi j'ai attrapés. Voilà. Et là, quand tu cliques sur sac, tu vois les bols que tu as. Ah, il me reste 84 Pokéballs, donc ça va encore. Et là, c'est l'argent que j'ai gagné parce que donc toutes les autres personnes qui streament ce genre de jeu, genre par exemple Franek, Godly Gino, tout ça, tout est mis en commun en fait. Donc si tu regardes le Pokémon, je prends par exemple Roucoule, je l'ai attrapé, non ça c'est en Weekly Mission, Pikachu. Non ça c'est attrapé sur ma chaîne évidemment. Bon la plupart je les ai attrapés sur ma chaîne. Je vais vous en trouver un ouais ben non. Ils sont tous attrapés sur ma chaîne. Bah c'est normal, t'as presque rien, tu viens de commencer Kiki. Mais mon dieu, Tardarnian. Non, je suis c'est une mission, je crois. Ouais, c'était des missions. Fenard. Ah, voilà. Je l'ai attrapé sur la chaîne de Amarok, tu vois. Enfin, bref. Après, donc, tu as les objets utilisés. Donc, tu as le shop. Tu peux acheter des objets, dont des Pokéballs, Ultra Balls, tout ça. Et après, tu peux faire des combats. Avec tes teams. Voilà, voilà. Bon, toujours est-il que moi, là, je ne sais pas quoi faire. J'ai pas beaucoup d'endroits. J'ai que 2 zones où je peux aller.
I shouldn't touch. That's exact. I may be wrong, but I believe you play that.
Je vais parler avec Vince, hein, c'est le seul truc qui me reste.
Have you got everything? Not yet. Don't forget. I think of nothing.
On va lui parler.
Hello again.
Have we met?
Of course. You're the Pipehead Man, the fortune teller from Porta Fisco. And when we met just now, you said exactly the same thing. Although, damn, that hasn't happened yet. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Vince, would it be really dumb to talk to someone who won't know me yet later this evening?
Yes, that really would be very dumb. Did I forget to tell you that?
Yes, you did.
Well, then it's good that you thought of it in time.
Yes, isn't it?
Ouais, c'est bon, j'ai F5. Voilà, nickel, nickel. Et voilà, du coup, là, comme ça, tu peux faire tes achats de Pokéball et tout ça. Et comme je te dis, voilà, si tu vas sur le live de quelqu'un qui a ce jeu-là, enfin cette extension-là, et que tu parles, ben, ça te fait gagner des sous, même en étant juste présent, mais tu gagnes plus, je crois, quand tu écris. Mais enfin, voilà. Bon, donc du coup, je peux plus lui parler.
Can you maybe just forget that we saw each other?
Not when you're behaving so strangely.
Oh, come on, it's really important.
The only thing I can do for you is tell your future.
Okay, well then.
Alors, y aura-t-il un jour à nouveau un avenir? Vais-je me transformer en petit tas de cendres? Allez, on va faire les dans
Will
l'ordre.
there ever be a future again?
We'll find out soon enough. What's this? Strange. I don't have any reception.
Which could mean anything, right? Right? Oh boy. Will I turn into a pile of ashes?
We'll find out soon enough. What's this? Strange. I don't have any reception.
Which could mean... Right? Oh boy. Will you forget that I was here?
I don't need to look into the ball for that. The answer is no.
Crap.
J'ai la fin du cycle de nettoyage antibactérien de la machine qui fait en sorte elle déchire la machine là.
What are the hat trends of the future?
Not a completely trivial matter. I'll ask them all.
Oh non!
Me. One more question. Do you believe there's a tailcoat and a ring somewhere here?
Funny you should ask. I'm convinced there is.
Very good.
C'est énorme!
Funny. Why does that seem so familiar?
I've got bad news. The future of hat fashion is in constant flux. I can only make out one thing.
Builders' helmets.
Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, something's ringing a bell there. But what? Hat fashion. Again.
Again? Oh well, why not? I'll ask them all. I've got bad news. The future of hat. I can only make out one thing. Bald head. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, something's ringing a bell there. But what? I don't want to know.
That? Hands
this and my life, frankly. Damn. He didn't have that earlier, or later for that matter.
Ok. Par contre, j'ai toujours pas trouvé la bague. Un lave-linge qui déchire, c'est pas top. Non, mais enfin, qui déchire, c'est façon de parler. Non, mais il vibre tellement, c'est un truc de fou, quoi.
Oh yeah.
Qu'est-ce que je peux bien pouvoir faire, là? Qu'est-ce que je dois bien pouvoir faire?
Oh, what's it? High fashion. Again? Oh well.
Allez. Et pourquoi on n'a pas la main?
I can only make extravagant. Does that mean?
Yeah, something. But what?
Bug, elle est validée celle-là. Ça fluctue.
Yeah, something's ringing. But what? I don't want that.
Je vois vraiment pas. Parce que lui, il a un magazine de fashion. Heureux, mon Alain. Putain, mais comment je... Qu'est-ce que je peux bien pouvoir... Qu'est-ce que je peux bien faire, là? Je peux interagir avec ces trois-là, mais c'est juste pour me dire qu'il faut que je les laisse dormir. Lui, il veut plus me parler. Ah, ça ira. Merci quand même. Vince, je te donne un pot de peinture.
Not yet. Don't forget. I think of. I shouldn't. That's. I shouldn't. That's. I may be wrong. And my frankly. Damn. That won't.
Toujours là pour rendre service. Là, par contre, je suis bien bloqué quand même.
He shouldn't be time trapped. Nonsense, my boy. True, the cataracts hinder three-dimensional sight, but we travel in 4 dimensions.
Ça, je peux pas y toucher.
That's exact.
Ça, je peux pas y toucher.
I shouldn't. That's exact. With a pin.
La boule, il me laisse pas y toucher. Et quand je lui parle, le seul truc qu'il me dit, c'est...
Oh, what's it? Hat fashion. Again? Oh,
ça commence à devenir compliqué un peu, cette histoire-là.
The future, I can only pin foil hats. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, something's ringing a bell there. But what? Hat fashion. Again. Oh, I'll ask.
Si c'est toi, Alain, oui, mais sinon, non, ça va.
The ball has spoken beyond.
Ah, c'est parce que... C'est parce que j'ai trop parlé, en fait. Et là, je peux lui prendre. Ah, mon Dieu. Ah, mais je pense que les hommes qui ont Parkinson peuvent être utiles dans certains domaines. je peux pas valider, je suis deg, ça marche pas. Faut que je reparamètre tout, Stream Deck. Ah, mais c'est tamponné, bug. Eh, Kylian, t'avais raison. Mais tu sais pourquoi, en fait? Tu sais pourquoi on en a eu autant, en fait? C'est parce que je suis con, parce qu'en fait, j'ai proposé plein de trucs différents. Et du coup... Comme si j'en avais proposé 0, on aurait eu directement la bonne réponse, je pense. Ok, donc j'ai ça, j'ai la boule de cristal.
Here's a switch on the bottom. I wonder. Yikes! What have we here? That's no crystal ball. This is a portable time portal. This whole fortune teller number is nothing but a fraud.
Ok. Quoi?
I may be wrong, but I believe.
Attends, quoi?
What can I say? The pipe head.
Mon Dieu. J'ai pas tout compris à ce qui se dit entre Killian et Bug, mais je suis d'accord avec vous dans l'ensemble.
I shouldn't touch it. That's exact. I wonder if the universe is colorblind. Nah.
Ah, évidemment, je mets de la peinture dessus. Ah, il est là! Évidemment.
Where'd it go? Ow!
What? What happened? Where am I? Ooh. I can't remember a thing.
Huh. I'll take that. Quick, Vince. We're done here. Hit it!
Mais non, j'ai pas... Attends, quoi?
That was fun. We should definitely do that again.
No, let's not, Vince.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Huh? What's going on here?
Rufus, over here. Finally, where have you been?
Take it easy. You don't find a tailcoat in just any cemetery.
But years have passed here in interim time. I proposed to her ages ago.
I see. Then you don't need this stuff anymore.
On the contrary, I need them more urgently than ever. The wedding party is waiting. Have you got everything?
Almost. Got the tails. All
Non mais
that's
c'est...
missing is the ring.
But that's the most important thing.
Non mais là c'est...
Don't panic.
Là
I'll
c'est
take
Gaul
care
là.
of it.
Hurry, please.
C'est Gaul ça les amis, c'est Gaul, c'est sûr à 100%.
Closed for...
C'est sûr à 100%. Oh non. C'est sûr à 100%. Oh, je suis deg. Je peux pas annuler le mariage avec la sirène? Oh non. Alors attendez, pardon, du coup. Ah d'accord, d'accord, d'accord. Ouais, il savait même pas le nom du jeu, mon filleul. Il est trop fort. Non, mais non, mais je vais pas faire en sorte qu'il se marie avec Gaul, non. Parce que c'est pas Rita, je reconnais, c'est pas Rita, c'est Gaul. Oh, je suis PLS.
Did you get the ring?
What do you think? Here.
Thank you so much. You're a real friend.
Quelle erreur.
A real friend who now has free reign.
Non, Nanny the fuck.
There's not much of a selection. Apparently there's just one single portal within reach. Ah, what the hell. Let's go.
On arrive où encore là?
Ow.
Mais c'est quoi ce jeu?
Where have I landed this time? Not in Kuvak. That much is certain.
De quoi?
All that wonderful tachyon slime is just seeping into the desert floor here. What a waste. All was quiet in the enemy camp. Too quiet. A pile of broken... They could come in handy. Just like most scrap eventually proves useful. Can I borrow the crossbow?
We're in the middle of a ceasefire.
Perfect. Then you don't need it.
On parle avec
Hello,
Mohamed.
stranger. Can you tell me where I've landed?
We call this place the waste of time. But I'm no stranger. We set great store by that here. My name is Mohamed. I belong to the native region. This here is the land of my forefathers. This desert is said to have been a beautiful place many generations ago. But then foreigners came and claimed the land for themselves. And with them came the drought. Now we are at war to reclaim our forefathers' lost paradise.
That sounds quite understandable. With a name like Waste of Time, I would have expected something more senseless.
The legends say that the true meaning of the name only becomes clear when you know its history. Personally, I think it's got something to do with the broken clocks.
This is a strong tendency towards less. But I have to return to my own... I don't have time for history lessons on the middle of nowhere.
If it's time you need, help yourself. There's plenty of it around here.
Ok. Ok. C'est n'importe quoi. Mais c'est clairement n'importe quoi, Kylian. Putain, je suis là-haut. Je retourne dans la capsule temporelle? Quoi?
Oh, great. The time pod now looks even worse than before. Let's see if it still works. I can scan for portals, but I can't open them. And it only recognizes the portal I came here through. Nope. It's gonna take a little more than the slightest inkling of how this thing works would be a good start.
Attends, comment ça?
It's gonna take the slight... Clock hands for crossbow ammunition? Well, why not? Crossbows have a nearly continuous top... I definitely see some potential here.
Ah, attends, je crois que j'ai... Est-ce que là maintenant je peux l'atteindre?
No, that's too far away. No, that's too...
Comment ça?
I definitely... That did a whole lot of nothing.
Ok, donc c'était pas ça. Mais le camp en bas, on peut que le regarder. Regarde, si tu regardes sur les deux écrous, il n'y a que l'écrou avec un œil. Donc ça veut dire qu'on peut juste regarder le camp. Attends, à moins que quand on soit là... Non, on peut que le regarder aussi.
All was quiet, too quiet.
C'est pour ça que je comprends pas. Le menacer?
Be a good boy and observe the ceasefire.
Stagnation means regression. I don't have to make friends with the locals. I have to find a way to the right time.
Bah oui, mais d'accord, mais bon.
All that wonderful what a waste.
Attends.
Right. That could make a good poison for bolts. Rufus, time traveler, wedding planner, temporal sniper.
Be a good.
Alors attends, si je vais là-bas, est-ce que de là-bas je peux lui tirer dessus? Et non! Pourquoi il m'a fait ça? Tirer une flèche dans le camp?
No, besides, I don't want to accidentally break another ceasefire. Last time it messed up my whole vacation.
On va essayer d'ici, peut-être.
No, besides, last time it messed.
Non. C'était une bonne idée.
No, besides, last time. Nope. Oh,
Et si je
great.
tire?
The time pot.
Et si je tire dessus?
It's gonna take a little more. The slightest inkling of how this thing works would be a good start. I definitely.
On va reparler encore avec Mohamed, hein. Je vois pas ce que je peux faire de plus.
If it's time you need, help yourself. There's plenty of it around here.
Ouais, mais on peut pas interagir avec. Retire une deuxième flèche dans le portail? Tu crois? On peut essayer.
Well, here we go. Ha! Right on target. What can I say? About time that something finally went right around here again.
Bien joué, Alain. Alors là, mais comment on fait pour savoir ça? Oh non!
What the? Everything here is broken. Was I gone that long?
Bordel, ce jeu! J'ai récupéré mon alliance déjà. Et Rita, je t'ai dit que c'était pas Rita. Je suis certain que c'était pas Rita.
Rita, you're alive. But then, who's lying back there with Rocco?
Who do you think? It's that prim and proper girl, Gold, his wife.
But that can't be. That can't have happened. And anyway, he was supposed to marry you.
Perhaps you should have told him back then.
Didn't I? I thought I had. But that means Gold is dead?
Everyone's dead.
Gold.
Without the portals, everything here died. I'm the last survivor, but not for much longer. Food supplies have run out.
Don't panic. I'm here now.
Nice offer, but there's not much flesh on your bones.
I meant I'm here to fix things.
If you're that keen on fixing something, the jukebox is broken. I wish it would play just one more time.
Ok.
That's not. The needle broke. Just about done.
Oh, that's pretty. Thanks, Rufus. You've made an old woman cry over her ruined cartridge collection. Oh, well done.
Oops. Is there a lunch?
You could crawl into the oven and find out.
Maybe later.
Bordel.
Here grows nothing. I don't see any neither for portals nor a floor.
Il est sérieux.
Yikes! Oh, I'm here, but why isn't anything moving? Hello? The portal is already open. A professional such as myself recognizes immediately. These strange thingamybobs require a special tool, a thingalator.
Mais quoi?
I'm sure he'd know what to do. I don't see a lot. I know, even without glasses, that there are tachyons on those. I need them more urgently than he does. Yoo-hoo! Nothing going on but the rent. Obviously, I'm classed as still in the interim. I can't reach that from here. But who cares? The door's already open. Well, what are those things? And why didn't I notice them earlier? I can't. But
No.
Yeah, no, that was funny. Ah, the good old days. Yoo-hoo! Obviously, I'm classed as...
Ah là-haut, regarde. Tac. Et je fais tomber la boîte. Encore. Encore.
Oh no, not good. Now the can landed right in his coat pocket. How am I ever supposed to get hold of it now?
Oh, j'avais pas vu, bien joué Alain. Putain, ça fait longtemps que tu me l'avais marqué.
Obviously, I'm classed.
Ah mais du coup je l'ai dans ma poche moi aussi. De toute façon je peux rien faire de plus là.
Yeah, nothing new to see. To do that, I would first have to...
La boîte de conserve pour
That's a
Rita.
whole different caliber. Aha! I see potential.
C'est pas con. J'ai pas pensé à Rita du tout mais ouais.
Yeah, nothing.
Stop! Lève les mains. Non, pardon. Stop, retour arrière. Nouveau portail. Quoi? T'es sérieux? J'ai pas fait gaffe à ça? Celui là-haut? Ah, bien vu.
Hey!
Ça.
Salut!
Bien joué là.
En anglais peut-être? Ah ouais. Ah, j'avais pas remarqué. Ok. Allez, fais-toi plaisir.
Et pour l'atteindre, il va falloir que je plante un haricot magique qui va me faire monter à tous les coups, tu vas voir.
I definitely see some potential here.
Donc je pense qu'il faut voir avec Rita, comme tu disais, justement pour le boîte de conserve. Voir si elle arrive à l'ouvrir. Et si on arrive à planter un haricot?
I rounded up.
Help yourself. Show me your finger. Eat. Eat, my child.
Donc quoi?
I rounded up something for us to eat.
Help yourself. You're still young and need to keep your strength up. Show me your finger. Eat. Eat, my child.
Sinon je tire une flèche dedans. Ouais bah c'est ça Kylian, bien vu. On va l'agrandir.
The portal that leads to McChronicle's laboratory. Unfortunately out of reach.
Attends. Ah mais attends. Avec le jukebox, on va se servir du truc pour ouvrir. Ah ah! J'ai un haricot. Oh! J'ai cliqué à côté. Et là, je plante un haricot.
It's about time that something grew here again. So, and now we wait.
Ouvre la boîte de haricots, ouais, c'est ce que j'ai fait. Comme ça, il est plus facile d'accès quand tu vas monter. Ouais, c'est clair, Kylian, bien vu. Pour les faire pousser, pour atteindre le portail. Tout à fait.
I don't see any, neither for portals. Tiens.
Alors, en principe, si je vais à moitié dans le portail, je vais faire passer du temps, là, non?
Well, what are those things? And why didn't I notice them? I can't reach that, but who cares? The door's already open. Yoo-hoo! Obviously, I'm...
Non, ça n'a pas fait passer le temps.
You can't... Nope. Well, I don't think I'll be opening that again without tools. I don't think I should give her that. I don't like how she licks her lips when I push my stomach out. You're gross. Disappointing. In the relevant specialist literature, I was promised more dramatic results.
J'ai récupéré le...
That's a whole different caliber.
Non, c'est pas ça que je voulais faire. Comment je le fais pousser? Comment est-ce qu'on peut le faire pousser? Ouais, forcément. C'est forcément ça. Pas un truc qu'on peut prendre là?
I can't, but who cares? I can't reach that, but who cares?
Ah, c'est pas con ça, c'est pas con. Pour qu'il germe, c'est ça? Je le repose dans ma poche, et du coup il germe, et du coup dans ma poche il aura bien germé quoi, puisque le temps est passé. C'est pas con ça, Alain, bien joué. Poser le haricot dans la poche. Ah ben non.
I'm sure he'd know what to do. For the new place, some seeds for his vegetable garden, and whoop.
Naham, aham.
Mr. Rufus, finally! We almost gave up on you.
Why? How long was I gone?
More than half an hour.
That's all? Years have passed in the interim time.
But you seem to have aged so well. You haven't even changed clothes.
I wasn't there long. I was stuck in another time. But Gold, McChronicle, and Count Glandula. I'm afraid so. But we're time travelers, right? We can return to a previous state of interim time, right?
Bon.
But, Mr. You would have had to have done that earlier on.
I know. It's all so easy. What are those things?
Those are tachyon valves.
Oh, yeah. And why didn't I notice them earlier?
No idea. Maybe you need glasses.
Jeez, you sound like my optician.
Ok, on est revenu dans le passé. Donc je peux me rejeter dedans. Ah, j'ai pas trop le choix de toute façon.
Think. How do I get back to the correct interim time? There has to be a way.
Were there any other portals?
In range? Actually, only that little one there. But it's too narrow. And when I reach through, all I see is the scene from earlier where Glandy fell through the hole.
Well, there we have it. The holes are clearly just a half an hour apart in real time. If you hurry, you could reach earlier on through the small portal from the other side and follow yourself into interim time through the big one.
Can anyone translate this nerd speak for me? Oh, that! There's just one problem. The portal is too small. I can't get through.
And I think I know why. The tachyon valves aren't open wide enough. Here, take my tachyon valve key.
Your what? Ah!
That should do it.
Ok.
But, Mr. Rufus, sir, that's not going to make any difference now. You would have had to have done that earlier on.
I know. It's all so easy.
Donc en gros, je vais dans le portail.
Wish me luck.
Be quick. With every second you spend outside interim time, time has also passed earlier on.
Quel enfer. Oh, coucou mon chatard, coucou Sakai Joe, comment vous allez? Comment vas-tu? T'as passé de bonnes vacances? Je n'ai pas eu de vacances, mon bon Sky Joe. Malheureusement, je n'ai pas eu de vacances. J'ai passé tout mon temps à être un petit peu bloqué par le travail.
Ouch! What are you staring at?
Mr. Rufus, sir? But you've only just jumped through the portal.
Of course, that's logical. Aren't you paying attention?
Quoi? C'est toi le BG, le chatard, c'est toi le BG. D'ailleurs, je peux le prouver facilement. Ah, il n'y a que le son, il n'y a pas l'écriture.
Il est monté tous au ventre.
Mais non, putain, ça allait sauter. Putain, pourquoi il a pas sauté?
Ça, c'est le chatard. Enfoiré. Je suis dégoûté, il n'y a pas eu... Danny the fuck.
Your achievements this semester weren't bad, with still plenty of room for improvement. I hate goodbyes. Ouch! Hey, I'm back in Paradox City. But when?
Non! Non! Faut que j'empêche le mariage.
The wedding.
J'espère qu'il pourra rattraper ça. J'espère aussi.
Stop the wedding!
Rufus, what are you doing here?
I'm getting my girl back.
What the hell? Your girl? Really? What exactly is it that makes me your girl? The fact you left me in the lurch here? The fact that you then disappeared for several years? Did you really think I'd just sit around here waiting for you? No way, Jose. We've not known each other a whole day.
I've known you much longer.
You know nothing. You mean the other girl. And you left her in the lurch too. She told me everything. It's possible that you two had a great time back then, but I'm not her.
My goodness! You're jealous!
What? You damn... Ugh!
Goal, wait!
Bravo. Well done. I thought we were friends.
I'm doing fine too. Thanks for asking. Besides, I have everything here under control. Just let me talk to her, okay?
But hurry, the meat cake is getting cold.
The meat cake? Ok, mon dieu, c'est atroce. Trop de... On va parler avec Gold déjà.
Hey, Goal?
Clear off. Get it into your tiny head. It's too late for us.
Huh? No! You got that wrong.
T'inquiète maman, je vais bientôt descendre prendre la tartiflette. Ou alors tu me la montes et tu viens faire coucou au chat.
A sandwich short of a picnic. I know you're a bit slow, so I'm going to speak very slowly, okay? I have been living in Paradox City for over 2 years. I've only known you a day. This is my home.
But you can't stay here. Once time resumes, this place won't even exist.
I don't care.
Okay, I'm beginning to understand what's going on here.
Bien joué,
You're
Kylian,
mad
bien joué, mon
because I left
filleul.
you alone. But look, it was worth it. Ta-da!
What's that meant to be?
Tachyon bolts. You can use them to open portals. We can finally escape this death trap.
What the... You really haven't got it at all, have you? I'm going to get married. I don't need any stupid... Ah!
Go, don't! There are... portals here.
Que des conneries. Alors attends. Non, je ne la monte pas. Ah, j'avais pas lu la fin de ta phrase, maman. Mais tu peux me la monter, maman, s'il te plaît, quand même. Je veux dire, je suis ton fils, quoi. Je suis ton fils préféré, en plus. John Wattis et Zizi Zappo, tu les aimes moins. Allez, maman.
Wait, Goal, I'm coming.
Qu'est-ce qu'il dit, Alain? Bouge un peu, t'en fais pas une de la journée, tu restes devant ton PC et tu t'engraisses. Ah là 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 là.
Oh no! How are we ever supposed to get back?
Aïe, maman! Alain, il t'a vouvoyé. Aïe, t'as vouvoyé ma mère, t'es mort. Il habite en Belgique, mais elle monte jusqu'en Belgique pour te taper. C'est un docteur qui me parle. Non, non, c'est pas ce type de docteur là. Alain, ce n'est pas ce type de docteur là.
Goal, I'm sorry.
I'm not talking to you.
Can you inform my betrothed that I could really use a little help here?
Could you please inform this moron that I am not his bride-to-be?
I think you two lovebirds should sort that out for yourselves.
T'es d'accord avec quelqu'un qui t'a vouvoyé, maman? Ah bah bravo, quoi. T'as changé, Jocelyne, aussi. T'as changé.
Aha! I see potential.
Ah, il y a du potentiel aussi en bas.
No, that's besides, I don't want to. Last time it messed up. Well, here we go. Ha! Right on target. What can I say? About time that something finally went right around here again.
Je la vois parce qu'elle mérite le respect à supporter un... Oh là 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 là. C'est qu'il faut pas entendre. Ah, je l'avais pas vu le portail potentiel là-bas. Ah, attention. Voilà. Mais elle va pas vouloir venir avec moi. Je vais pas partir sans Gaul. Viens avec moi, Gaul.
Good news! I found a way out of here.
It sounds like somebody spoke, but I can't
Merci,
see
Kylian.
anyone.
Oh, stop the nonsense.
Le seul à
already. We can
me
go
dire à
back
tes
to
souhaits.
the
Merci, mon
interim.
Kylian. Merci, mon filleul.
That has to be in your
Tu es le
interest.
seul à m'aimer ici.
Mr. Wedding Crasher suddenly knows what's best for me.
Goal, I'm sorry. I didn't want to stand up here. Although kidnapping the bride, strictly speaking, is one of the best man's traditional duties.
I know that you don't do these things deliberately, and I know it's my fault that we're stuck here. But for a time traveler, your timing really sucks. Whilst you're away, the old Goal told me a lot about you. She said that you would come back and that I should be patient. She said that you had taught her to never give up hope. But all I could think of was that I didn't want to end up like her. Twice you've simply disappeared from her life, Rufus. But every time she had just about accepted that you would never come back, you pop up again. How is a girl meant to deal with that? Is that just one of your signature moves? And you pulled the same stunt on me 3 times now.
And that's why you prefer to rot in the desert? Come on. What's that saying? All good things come in 4s.
Oh putain, il est insupportable.
She's pretty upset, all right.
That's good. We have a saying here in the desert. If you want a coconut, chasing your wife up the palm tree is half the battle. She'll get down by herself.
Really? If that's true, I'm really on a run. They call him Rufus.
Le portail va se fermer. Ah non.
No, that's too far.
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Goal!
Never heard of you. But I couldn't let you in anyway. Orders are orders.
But that's... Ah!
Problems?
Rocco won't lower the bridge.
Then he obviously hasn't got to know you yet on this timeline.
That's not a problem. He will very soon.
I guess the guy isn't so great after all, huh?
I seem to have a talent for attracting idiots.
True. First Cletus, then this guy. You really do seem to be the biggest
Et il s'oublie dans l'histoire. Rufus et Papa Subway, ce sont les mêmes, mais absolument pas. Mais le problème, c'est que Alain, il a besoin de me faire du mal. Il aime me faire souffrir. Il veut faire semblant de m'aimer, mais enfin de ne pas m'aimer justement, mais il est fou de moi.
I'm sure that now you're thankful I stopped your wedding, right?
Don't push your luck, mate.
Hey, Rocco, let us in.
Wow, that's your plan?
I'd love to, but you're right in the middle of Fulock territory. If I let the drawbridge down, they might invade.
All right. Well then. He really doesn't want to let us in.
Well, it's good that you gave it another go.
Est-ce qu'il y a un nouveau portail là?
Aha! I see potential.
Allez! C'est comme mon père et toi. Je suis toujours très très gentil avec ton père, moi. Kylian, je suis toujours très très gentil avec mon patou. Jamais je ne serai aussi méchant que Alain avec moi.
I'm folding myself a 4-dimensional calendar out of recycled paper.
It looks more like you're trying to open up a portal to me.
Well, open portals are January's theme, you genius.
You can't do that. That's an Elysium portal. The Fulocks will come.
Then just try and stop me. I'm curious to see how you're gonna do that without opening the gate.
I'd be obliged to shoot.
Or did you plan to... Wait a minute. What did you say?
Are you serious? You would sooner shoot us than let us in.
I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
Then brace yourself, my friend, because I'm traveling with the guy who breaks them, even if it means that he'll get shot to pieces in the process. Isn't that right, Rufus?
Exactly. Exactly.
C'est pas faux, il est trop gentil. Merci, maman. Tu vois, maman, elle a dit qu'elle était trop gentille, ma maman. Quand je suis gentil, c'est toi qui m'attaques. Non, c'est pas faux. Oh, c'est pas vrai, c'est... Ah, le... Ah.
I think this would be a good place, preferably one where I don't get shot to pieces. I should talk to Goal about it.
Pour reparler avec Gaul.
So, have you any ideas yet how we're going to get past him?
Huh?
Up here, Rufus.
Oh, sorry. I just had an idea. We could...
I'm sorry, what?
Hey, what are you whispering about?
And then...
If you're whispering, you must be lying.
And that's it. Think you can do it?
Of course. Why not? Let's do it. Take your position, soldier.
Really? Okay. I'll give you the signal when I'm ready.
Alors attendez. Du coup, qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? Excusez-moi, j'ai reçu plein de messages. Je lirai tout ça après.
Ah, come on, Rocco.
I'd love to.
Et du coup, qu'est-ce qu'il faut que je fasse? J'ai pas compris.
Go.
Pas les choses invisibles.
Now.
What the? Oh. Oh.
Arrête de regarder Rufus. Tire. Mais fais-le.
What is it? Is the portal open already?
Just a moment.
Rufus.
Okay, now.
No, stop.
Il est insupportable, Rufus. Donc elles font pas apparaître des choses invisibles, elles font apparaître le tachyon.
I guess we are.
Qui est invisible aussi à la base.
Come on. There should be a lot of other portals here.
Can't we just stay here?
Gold, we talked about this. At first, I also thought that was a good idea. But who will save the world if not us?
That's unfair. Why are we not allowed to be happy?
Gold?
Problems, dangers, problems, more dangers. It's almost as if someone was watching us and...
Gold!
Les Fulox.
Uh-oh.
Surprise!
Ronald!
Salaud!
Hang on. Are you the one responsible for all these Fulox?
Aren't they just great? And so much more efficient than the old robo-servants. They're certainly in greater demand. The security personnel are especially popular. Every morning's the same. No sooner have I sent out the first Fulox than the sirens start wailing all over the place. Security alert! Security alert! They can't get enough of them.
Ronnie, you've got to stop.
The Fulox aren't security forces. They're a breach of security.
That's the beauty of it. People love that. Petting animals and go-karts. People want drama, action, a new Armageddon every day. And thanks to this time loop thingy, there are no consequences. Well, what do you think of my new entertainment program?
Ok. Ok. Sky Joe qui me dit c'est super cool de jouer à un jeu dessiné, on bouffe tellement de 3D. Je suis tellement d'accord avec toi. C'est pour ça que j'aime tant les point and click. Parce que ça remet un petit peu les œuvres dessinées et tu sais très bien de quoi je parle en tant que dessinateur toi-même, mon Sky Joe. Ça les remet un petit peu plus en valeur et je suis très très content de ça. T'es devenu dingo, Ronnie. Que comptes-tu faire de nous?
What are you planning to do with us, Ronnie?
Well, you're guests of honor at my party, of course. After all, it was you who taught me how to create Fulox, and the one who disarmed my security protocol with the tinfoil hat.
Rufus.
It was necessary.
Why exactly was it necessary to create a species of murderous monsters?
I can't remember all the details, but it made sense at the time.
Is it so important how it happened? Just enjoy it. Every morning you can begin your escape from my Fulox all over again. As long as I have this hat on, the adventure will never end.
Et puis les point and click sont plus simples à manœuvrer pour quelqu'un qui a du mal comme toi. Ah, tu vois, voilà, ça c'est Alain. Voilà.
You're crazy, Ronnie.
Could be crazy for fun.
This is not some kind of joke here, Ronnie. It's deadly serious.
How can it be serious if it has no consequences?
Because consequences are important. Without consequences, everything is just pointless.
So what? Fun fun is always pointless.
You're wrong! The opposite is true!
And I think you just don't really know how to have fun. As long as I have this hat on, the adventure will never end.
That's over now, Ronnie.
Je lui dirai à la fin qu'il a pas le
We're going
chapeau.
to break the loop.
You rascal! You can't do that! What kind of an ending would that be, eh? The whole place full of Fulocks, everyone dead, Elysium destroyed? No, you won't let it end like that. But give it a try if you like. That's what it's all about in Ronnie's funny Fulock hunt. Oh, come on. Why so serious? Join in the fun! As long as I have this hat on, the adventure will never end.
Qui c'est qui devient de plus en plus comme Tony? Comme moi? Qui devient de plus en plus comme moi, Bug? Attends, quoi?
But you're not wearing a hat, Ronnie.
Oh, Schnitzelhooks, you're right. Wait, I'll have to correct that immediately. That's better.
Your hat is stupid, Ronnie.
I know, but you try folding a hat when you've got leaves instead of hands. I can't even get a paper aeroplane right. Whee!
Ow!
Oh.
Ouch.
Sorry, the game's almost finished for the day anyway. Not much longer before it's bit deep. I'd be happy for the company while we wait for the time reset. In the meantime, I'll play you the new song I've written. Slowly pulling
may
out
I?
your fingernailies. Yes, I think that was probably funny enough.
Ouch! Of course. 50 years of Hats magazine. The best
Évidemment.
of hats from 5 decades.
Well, isn't that a funny coincidence?
Ah, tu parles de la Tony du début, mais clairement.
Which hats made it to the top of the tops?
Goal, et je parle de Tony la fille du début. Exactement, non, tu as raison. Mais tu dois avoir de l'argent en principe. Si tu regardes avec le. Comment ça s'appelle dans le shop, tu dois avoir cumulé de l'argent à force de parler sur le chat. Alors. Bon, on va.
At number 1, The Bowler has been voted best cover for your melon.
An outstanding choice. Because I can find that at the sherbet fountain. Très chic. It's much easier to sing like this. Slowly pulling. Leave your hands where I can see them. One by one until I'm
Somehow
done
that doesn't do justice to the
fun.
seriousness of the situation.
Also,
Je peux rien faire.
fun. I've fracked all your teeth to put some glass shards
I just wanted to check
I'll
if
stick
you
some
coincidentally had the
pointy
same.
needles through your eyeballs. Hey, stop whispering. If you're whispering, you must be lying. Slowly pulling out your fingernailies, one by one.
That would probably be more than even my secret ninja powers could handle. Somehow that doesn't do justice to...
Both your
Ronnie!
pretty...
Ronnie!
What? Is there something you'd like to say before everything starts over again from the beginning?
Your hat is stupid, Ronnie.
Do you think so? Oh, who cares? Everything comes back in at some point. Fashion is cyclical. So, which hat should I try on next?
Allez, c'est là qu'il faut réfléchir. Les chapeaux de fruits arrivent en seconde place. Les sombreros, les chapeaux en alu ont tout de même 4e. Et la dernière place, c'est les cônes de trafic. Quelque chose me dit que ce sera le 5 le bon. Et donc on va faire les autres dans l'ordre pour rigoler. Peut-être on va débloquer un succès comme ça.
I'm sure I can pilfer something from the afternoon buffet. Snazzy and jazzy, right? It's much easier to sing like this. Slowly pulling out your fingernails.
Somehow that doesn't do justice.
One by one until I'm done is fun.
Ah, c'était une bonne idée Alain, mais je pense pas qu'ils mangent des fruits et les funlocks. Les fulocks, pardon.
Ronnie! Ronnie!
What? Is there something you'd like to...
Your hat!
Do you think so? Oh, everything fashion so.
Les sombreros.
Sombreros hold third place.
An outstanding choice. There's plenty of those at the donkey ride. Simply fantastic. It's much easier to sing like this. Slowly pulling out your fingernailies one by one until
Somehow
I'm
that doesn't-
done is fun.
Ronnie,
Is there some?
Euh...
You think so? Oh, everything fashion so.
Ensuite, on a le papier d'alu. Et je pense que le code de trafic sera le bon. Et comme ça, on les aura tous faits.
An outstanding choice. But where will I get that hat?
Non, c'est celui-là.
I have one just the same as that.
didn't you have one with you in the computer core?
Oh yes, silly me.
C'était celui-là, je pense.
It really doesn't get any better than this. After all, this hat, wait a minute.
Eh oui, c'était celui-là.
Now, that was a trick. The hat is overloading my avatar. Fuelox.
Rufus, now! This is our chance!
Not a bad shot.
Attends.
Aha! I see potential.
Tac.
Your hat is hereby fully out of fashion again. Go now. Aha! I see potential.
Je pense qu'on est pas loin de la fin du jeu parce que ça part vraiment en cacahuète, mais de fou quoi.
That was so cool! Can we do it again?
How? The Fuelox are blocking the way to the shore.
You got a plan?
Coming right up. I'm gonna try something. Back in a minute.
Rufus? Rufus! Rufus! Whoa!
Ouch! Ouch! Always ouch! Oh no. Goal. I didn't want you to see this.
It's all right. I'll cope.
No one should see their own corpse.
That's not me, Rufus. That's Rita.
What? But... You're right. Man, this is confusing. Last time it was you who lay here, just like that.
I can't blame him. After all, I wasn't here.
But we can change that. I know a way back.
So that I can lie there instead? This is all so depressing.
Waouh, trop de trucs. Non, là, ça sent vraiment la fin, non?
We solved the Fuelox problem, right?
Yeah, well done. We've washed them all down to Paradox City.
Don't worry. I'll get us out of here.
Hurry then. This place is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Huh. That's new too. Apparently we're even further into the future, or whatever this place is called.
On va prendre le pied de biche et on va pouvoir ouvrir le garage.
And...
Non. Allez. Ah.
Done. And now?
Ouais, après, il y a le passage en principe.
Aha! I see potential.
Mais je m'attendais à voir le véhicule, moi.
Not that, too. The water washed the tachyon broth off the hands.
Quoi?
The water washed the tachyon broth off the hands. I definitely...
Merde. Mais on est bloqué là alors? C'est fait, on finit comme ça le jeu?
Well, at least we solved the few...
Yeah, we've...
Don't worry, I'll get a...
Hurry this...
Enfin, je peux pas interagir avec rien.
Whether that still works.
Je l'avais pas vu la voiture. Je n'avais pas vu la voiture. C'est pas fini. Nous ne sommes pas encore morts. Mais... Oui, le capot, certes.
There's still something sort of like food here. My peanut butter turned into tachyon cheese over time. Must have been goat milk. The water washed the tachyon... Time to recharge.
Oh. Oui. On s'en sort. Peut-être je me mets de l'autre côté. Ah mais ça marchera pas.
Who's set?
Hop là.
Go! I found a way out!
Oh, thank goodness. This place is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
The most important thing...
Ouais, j'ai tellement hâte de la manger.
What are we waiting for?
Nothing. Let's get out of here.
Ladies first.
Ok. Oh, putain, c'est devenu un paradis, quoi. On l'a retransformé au paradis qu'il est, comme il était avant, quoi.
Plants.
Those are flowers. We don't even have this many on Elysium.
Well, let's be honest. It's not totally ugly.
And we have you two to thank for it.
That was us?
You ended the war.
Coucou mon Wolfie.
And showed us the way to the promised land.
And now? Is there a party or something? Where are your comrades?
They have already left.
Into the past?
The source of everything that is good and right. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ok.
Can you keep going?
Of course.
Ça sent vraiment la fin là.
Thank you so much.
Let's go through the portal.
Can you keep going?
Of course.
Can you keep going?
Of course.
Je peux rien faire d'autre, hein, je suis obligé d'aller dans ce portail là. C'est le passé. What?
Can you keep going?
Of course.
D'accord, donc on n'est pas encore arrivé. Je vais mettre mes lunettes.
Aha! I see potential.
J'en vois 2 de potentiel.
Hey Rufus. I think I should apologize. Admittedly, you are a walking catastrophe, but somehow you make things work out in the end. You make things better. I had given up hope, but when I look around now...
Don't be getting all maudlin on me now. Come, the future awaits.
Putain, je choisis le mauvais des deux et c'est la fin du jeu.
Well, here we go. Ha! Right on target. What can I say? About time that something finally went right around here again.
Et sauvegarder. Je sens qu'il y a une bonne et une mauvaise fin. Vers le centre-ville. Et là-bas? Ah, là-bas on peut pas y aller? Bon bah dans tous les cas c'est là alors.
Hey, you there! What are you doing there?
We are the Native Legion. We have come to claim the Holy Land of our fathers.
You certainly got a claim to being bonkers. We have lived here forever, and we don't have room for any little daddy's boys.
What are you gonna do about it, old-timer?
Old-timer? What impertinence! This means war!
Évidemment.
Oh, here we go again.
Go, Rufus!
What are you still doing here?
Rita and Rocco! Look, Gold! It's Rita and Rocco!
Hundreds of few locks have been flushed into interim time.
We're evacuating the city.
What about Old Goal and Angus?
They refuse to leave. They're still on the farm.
Then we have to get them.
Well then, good luck.
Yep, you too. Did you notice Rita's belly?
Come on, it's not safe here.
You're right. Let's move. Fuel alarm! Get to safety!
Phew. That was close.
What now? We're trapped here.
Yeah, looks like it. That means...
Énorme. En plein milieu. Trop bien. Bon, je suis en plein milieu, je suis désolé. C'est trop bien! C'est trop bien! J'adore! C'est trop stylé! Il y a tout le monde qui travaille sauf Rufus quoi.
Hey! Salut!
Pas maintenant, Kuro! Je t'aime quand même.
Ah ouais. Ah, j'avais pas remarqué.
En plus, la musique du jeu était tellement bien.
Allez, fais-toi plaisir.
Mais c'était trop stylé ce passe. L'agence touriste, c'est vraiment la dernière chance au dernier moment.
Stop! It has to be here.
Get a move on or they'll shred us to bits.
Don't rush me. Damn, without knowing.
Eh oui.
Aha! I see potential. Done! Come on! Booster rockets!
Hold tight!
Puff! What do you mean, puff?
Not my fault. They're tearing us apart here.
What's wrong? Get up here!
I can't. My leg's trapped.
Go without us. I'll stay with him. I'd only be a dead weight.
No! Either we all go, or none of us! I always wanted to say that.
Come on, Rufus. That out there is no longer our time. Someone has to save the world all over again, and I would be very disappointed if it wasn't you two. Now, go.
Yeah, okay. But where?
Now would be a great time for one of your ridiculous plans.
How ridiculous are we talking? Taking it to the max?
Looking at our current situation? Sheer stupidity, bordering on ludicrous.
Only bordering? Sorry, too late for that now. Jump!
Who does it?
Where are we?
On est revenu au début.
In the junk caves beneath Kuvak. This is where the elephant was hiding.
Elephant. Have you mentioned that before?
Nah, I'll tell you later. First, we have to find out who keeps cranking the chrono car.
And stop them, right?
Mais ça va pas, Baptiste, qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Be careful. We don't know
Mais
in
t'es
what
pas net?
time-
Mais non, je fais un truc. Non, 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 t'arrêtes ça, Baptiste. Mais c'est quoi que t'as mis par terre?
Come on, we don't have a...
Then please.
Mais t'es pas net, non?
I'll explain.
Mais si, je suis très net.
Et demain matin, comment tu vas te lever?
Mais je vais me lever. Mais je loue dessus, toi.
Okay, now we know the point in time.
Do we?
Ok, on est juste après le... oh, enfin, au début du... Oh, avec tout le village qui veut me tuer.
And now, full speed ahead!
Bonjour. Alors comment dire? Adieu Gaulle.
How are you holding up?
Better than expected.
They're distracted. Good thing.
Foofnix, that was demeaning. And now he's gone and stolen our Omux as well.
We are
Qu'est-ce
stuck
que c'est que ça?
here.
No problem. I've got a plan. Can you see that thing there? I think it's some kind of Nix pox.
And they use
À la
this
tienne,
sort of
papa.
footwear here, do they?
They
À la
won't
tienne,
get
Kuro.
far if
C'est la
I
fin.
activate it. Sooner or later, they will be forced to come back here.
Are you sure? Who knows how often we have done this already?
Not often enough, obviously. Otherwise, they would have brought our Omux back long ago.
Sounds logical. But how do we use that machine?
I think we just need to turn that crank.
No, stop! Completely wrong!
Rufus, don't!
That's him! That's him!
Have you brought our Omux back?
The time pod? Not directly.
Then I'm just going to have to crank again.
Aha! So it was you all the time.
You have to stop. You don't know the chaos you're causing.
Who are you anyway?
We come from the future. We are from Utox. In your language, Utopia.
Utopia?
As in, the utopia that the Elysians wanted to reach by blowing up Deponia?
That plan was doomed to failure.
Because we're gonna stop it.
Yes, you will. But your people will manage to reach us one day.
It has been preordained.
At least it used to be. We just wanted to sniff a bit of historical air. Just observing, not interfering. But when we returned to our time, there was no Utox anymore. The spaceship that you call Elysium had launched and had crashed into our planet, killing everybody. That's why we returned, to fix the cause.
We wanted to re-establish the original timeline.
But then you stole our Omux, compromising the whole space-time continuum.
Everything must remain just how it once happened.
It is obvious that this timeline here is already too damaged. We
Un
have
petit peu,
to
ouais.
use your Nixbox so you can return our Omux to us.
No, no, no. You can't just put everything back the way it was at the start now. You have no idea what it took to even get this far.
Even if it takes a zilliard goes, you're bound to manage it sometime. Keep back. I am going to activate the Nixpox now.
Okay, I give up. But, let me do that. You'll just break it.
Very well. But just you dare to take us for a ride on your tusks. Then your girlfriend will be reduced to Moxo Poxo.
Moxo Poxo.
Anything but that.
Do you actually know what you're doing?
Oh, please. By now, you should really know me well enough.
Justement.
You don't, do you?
Not in the slightest.
Well then, chaka.
What are you up to?
Don't panic. I know what I'm doing.
Why is this taking so long?
Does the term stalling mean anything to you?
Of course. I grew up Mongolingual.
Aha. And was it a happy
Kuro, c'est validé.
Work. Now.
Piece of crap. Huh? What's this? A secret compartment for spare parts? That's impossible.
Tout ce temps-là, c'était juste là.
Piece.
Si je mets le limiteur de vitesse là.
Hopefully it will have the desired effect.
Et maintenant manivelle.
So, done.
At last.
Now everything will remain
the way it happened before. Exactly. Watch out.
Moirsouille, comment ça va?
Where are we?
No time to explain. We have to hurry. Come on, we can still catch it.
Catch? Catch what? Catch why?
Come on!
Quoi?
And now, full speed ahead!
Ouch.
Guess that was reverse.
Please be careful. My motion sickness.
Yeah. Relax while you hold on tight. Yahoo!
Coucou ma Ocade, j'allais dire ma Arsouille. Je fatigue, ça y est. Coucou ma Ocade.
What now?
I think we've bought ourselves a little time. Now, if no more major accidents happen, then...
Rufus, say something!
Holy Hugo! Rufus, everything okay?
McChronicle. Look, Goal. It's McChronicle.
Who is Goal? And what are you doing here in the middle of the road? You were going to set the elephant trap up.
Yeah, but then everything turned out differently. We stole the Utopian's time pod and accidentally wiped out the future of the universe.
Wait a minute. What? No future?
Well, except maybe for the one where everyone is dead and Deponia is overrun by Fulox. No idea how that happened.
Oh no! I am a monster! Why didn't I listen to my father and study something sensible?
Je te proute à zut, mon Arsouille. Je te proute à zut parce que, en fait, moi j'ai essayé de t'écouter, mais comme j'étais sur les haut-parleurs et qu'il y avait les filles qui faisaient du boucan à côté, c'était compliqué. Mais voilà, je te proute à zut.
Well, I'm stumped.
Might have been better.
For all of us.
You are so right. You are so right. Forgive me, Father. I'm coming home.
Okay.
Maybe we were a little hard on him.
Huh. I'm with you on that.
I'm gonna miss him. Ah, there you are. You don't need to worry anymore. It's all taken care of.
Oh, who are you?
Fufnix, he's seen us.
Don't panic. We're time travelers too. I stole your time pod and accidentally wiped out the future.
I beg your pardon?
Then you created a time loop to lure me back here. But now it's all taken care of.
You just have to be careful when you enter interim time. It's swarming with Fulogs.
Whereby they can't regroup once the future is reopened.
Obviously true. Perhaps you are right and we've managed it this time.
It's a big load of schnufflefo to me. What are Fulogs anyway?
Long story.
We'd be happy to tell you the whole thing on the way. And it would be so kind of you to drop us off somewhere, so we can't interfere with anything.
Just be too stupid if we were to accidentally trigger another Armageddon.
Uh-huh. Very well.
And are you sure that everything has been returned back to normal?
Well, this time travel business is pretty complicated. But yeah, I think everything's fine now. Hey you, stop making so much noise. I worked all day on my balloon and... What the junk is going on here?
Okay, no one move a muscle.
This is an outrage. I want to know what is going on here immediately. And I want to know what you plan to do with us.
Well, fair enough. Luckily, we had a Shinshuma Klux with us, which enabled us to fernungle your Shinshumas.
What? Nobody fernungles my Shinshumas.
It's not what you think.
Is this about eradicating memories?
Okay, it is what you think.
It's not what I thought. What about you? Well, I was thinking about an ocelot. Ocelots are really funny. Yeah.
Quiet! If one of you two is not happy with this idea, then so much the better, because only one of you can be fernungled anyway.
He will then have the honor of rescuing Deponia together with Goal.
I choose Rufus.
Great!
Not you. We're talking about the other Goal, who is still on Elysium at this point in time.
What? But what's going to happen to me?
You are going to be busaked, just like the spare Rufus.
Will you please stop with your miserable you-talks, schmoo-talks?
I think the correct expression in your language is iced.
What?
Just wait a minute.
What did you think? You don't belong in this time.
The risk that you'll get involved again is just too great.
So, you have a choice. One of you is going to have their memories wiped, and will need to do everything again.
Oh no. Everything? All over again?
Not
me.
The other one and Goal will be iced.
That doesn't sound very tempting either. Not high on my list either.
Just decide amongst
Bien joué,
you,
Kylian.
whilst Kugo looks for a suitable fuse. Hey! What are you doing? Oh, you idiot! You knocked over the Shinshuma Klux.
Oops.
What a foofnex. No false moves, understood?
I can't talk to him out loud, otherwise I'll blow his cover. Luckily, we're an experienced team and understand one another without words.
Je pense que... T'as demandé à Okad pourquoi j'étais heureux comme je t'ai dit en live. Non, pas du tout.
Hey Tuck, can you hear me?
Pas du tout. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé du coup?
Loud and clear.
Then the training paid off.
I learned from the best, sir. Rufus, sir.
Oh, come on. You're embarrassing me. One sir is more than enough.
Yes, sir.
Now for my plan.
Coucou mon cœur.
You have to overpower the Utopians.
Difficult? Luckily, I know exactly what to do. As soon as I break cover, there is no turning back.
You can do it, Tuck.
I'm just waiting for...
Okay, on my command.
If I don't make it, just leave me behind.
You can do it, Tuck!
It was an honor to...
And...
Abort! Abort! I have no clear line of fire.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Just wait for the signal.
I have understood everything, and will do exactly what you expect of me, sir.
Right. Fits.
That's fortuitous, for I finally found the fuse.
Well done, Kugo. Ha! Now it's all back in place again. Which one of you is having the brain wipe?
We need more time to think. This isn't a decision you make every day. You have to weigh all the pros and cons. Do you maybe have a flip chart?
Enough of this, Buffnox. I'll choose you.
What? Why me?
Because you are obviously the class schmogo here. Don't attempt to fight it. It will make the pain easier to bear. We will begin as soon as the Shinshuma Klux is fully charged.
Il faut le retaper dessus. J'ai pas compris tout ce qu'il faut faire là. Mais on va sauvegarder et je vais aller manger. On n'est pas loin de la fin, je pense, quand même. Hein. S'il faut, j'arrête, mais s'il faut, il reste 10 minutes de jeu, quoi. C'est con, hein, mais... Hop là. Ça rattrape le chat. Hein, tout va bien. Hop, quitter le jeu. Et je vais aller récupérer ma tartiflette chez ma mère, hein, parce que c'est important comme la tartiflette chez sa mère. Alors, on va envoyer, si ça fonctionne, les crédits de fin. Non, ça va pas... Ah si, ça fonctionne. Ah, t'es méchant, mais t'es méchant, Alain. Ça me fait beaucoup de mal, là. Beaucoup de tristesse, sache-le. Et je vais vous envoyer chez le copain Danou. Yes. Voilà. Comme ça, on va voir le copain Danou. Je vous envoie... Je vous remercie déjà tous, pardon. Merci infiniment pour votre présence pendant ces 3 heures de live. Oui, bien sûr, j'ai des poils blancs, là. Bien sûr, moi, là. Merci à tous. Peut-être un petit live cet après-midi, suivant où j'en suis du ménage. Si j'ai un peu de temps avant d'aller chercher les enfants, on fait un petit live cet après-midi pour essayer de finir Deponia. D'ici là, les amis, je vous embrasse tous très fort. Je vous remercie de votre présence, de votre bienveillance et de votre gentillesse. Je vous souhaite à tous un bon appétit et une bonne après-midi. Et puis, tout plein d'amour pour le Danou. Soyez tout plein gentils. Des bisous.